Hey there, guys.
Yo.
Hi. Hi. See, now that's called audience interaction. You guys have been doing that a lot tonight. Good evening. I've got a little book here. This is everything in the game is in this little book. No one try to steal it during the intermission that we will have, but more on that in the nitty-gritty. Good evening. My name is Alexander Vosten. And my friends call me Alex. My dad calls me a failure. Good. I wrote that, so don't worry about it. I will be your omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient dungeon master. Like all non-benevolent gods, I don't believe in myself. And I have fashioned a world filled with treacherous landscapes, references from my favorite media, and non-playable characters, including the enemies, under my control. However, in this sandbox microcosm lies 5 players with free will. So joining me on my panel is Adam. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Adam O'Sullivan. I am a local improviser and stand-up comedian. I ran the Bris Funny Fest this year, if anyone heard about it. If not, our marketing didn't work. I also run the website The Nerd Infinite.
Hi, I'm Rachel Bayley. I am actually the poster designer for the Dungeons & Dragons Oneshot Live. Thank you. If you need any posters done, I have a Facebook page. But art is pretty much all I do aside from napping, so...
Hi, my name is Gavin Stolk. I am an online personality, kind of. I play D&D on the weekly with a group called Gathering of Nerds. And when I'm not doing that, I'm plotting to take over the world. You all will be bowing one day.
Hi, my name is Sev Faustus. By night, I'm burlesque artist Lady Severine, and also by night, in a cunning disguise, it's essentially a glitter beard, I'm also drag artist Lord Severus. Currently working up to the Drag Nation Queensland State, so looking forward to that.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Reilly. I'm a stand-up comic and a professional dungeon master, and I'm really excited to be on the other side of the table for a change.
I apologize in advance.
Just know that I'm judging.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, judging.
Thanks, guys. Alright, back to the task at hand. On stage, we have some very talented comedians, some Dungeons & Dragons experts, some fireworks that will be going on later tonight.
Jokes are always trying to ruin our game.
Damn government. We have some exceptionally gifted artists and some performers of the extraordinary and me. Hi. And if you're in the audience, you're either a seasoned D&D player or you have no idea what is going on tonight and you've been roped here by a friend who really wants you to play D&D. Any of those? Yeah, awesome, sweet. Cool. So basically, just a brief rundown of what D&D is. These 5 brave souls will march madly into a Machiavellian multiverse of my mediocre machination. And yes, Eminem will feature in this performance. While you, my dear audience, will spectate at their antics through pinpricks in the fabric of the sky we call constellations, like our Greek gods watched us. Occasionally, throughout their hopefully hilarious misadventure, you may throw terrarium meteorites to help them or normal meteorites to crush them. But let's not be too harsh because, like the wise words of Confucius say, YOLO. This is a one-shot campaign. Do not miss your chance to go. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. I told you Eminem will feature in this thing. Callbacks is a whole point of this game. We're going to create some inside jokes. So basically, these guys can do pretty much anything they want in a world that I've created based on the roll of D20 die. We've all got these little die on our boards. I've got this one. This is only for really intense rolls.
Fancy.
Yeah, there we go. 13, that's shit. All right, no worries. We won't use that die.
Oh, you're crazy.
Well, he might be our DM, but this is our god. This is our god, yeah.
Ouch. Replaced by...
Already started.
So that was pretty dense. I control basically what happens with anything else that aren't the players. But let's trial it out with your audience participation. The first step to any Dungeons & Dragons one-shot is to create some characters. Now, These guys luckily have already prepared their own characters with character stats because that gets bogged down, but we do want a little bit of audience participation to make it a little bit unique. So, Adam, would you like to detail your character?
Yes, I would like to introduce my character, Snookums Clawsome. He is a tabaxi, which is a cat humanoid race, hence the name Snookums. He is a warlock, level 2, and his backstory is, when I was a kitten, I was bought by a daft, rich, older female spinster who thought I was a simple house cat. As I grew older and more humanoid, we became companions and eventually lovers. Adult themes. I unlocked the secrets of Tabitha Jenkins, both physically and mentally. Her wealth came from her dark secret. She had taken a pact with the Great Old One, Cthulhu, and dabbled in the dark arts. Her communication with the Great Old One meant that her sanity was slipping, growing faster the older she got. After Tabitha passed away from old age, I lay beside her body in bed until her warlock coven found her. Taking her shiniest brooch as a memento of our time together, I strode into the world with the name that Tabitha had given me and my own pact with the Great Old One. It is time for me to walk my own path and to discover the answer to new secrets.
Alright, now before we move on, let's change up that character a bit with a little bit of audience participation. First, could you list what items you currently have?
Oh god. I have a light crossbow and 20 bolts. Oh, you want me to list?
Yeah.
A crystal orb, which is my arcane focus, so that's what I use shoot my magic through. I have leather armor. I have 2 daggers, a disguise kit with one of those mustaches, a dungeoneer's pack, which has all the basic accoutrements for backpack, crowbar, hammer, that sort of thing. That's it.
What is he allowed to keep, audience?
The mustache!
Just the mustache? Just the mustache?
Just the mustache.
Furballs. Just the mustache and furballs? Anything else?
No bolts.
No bolts. Just the crossbow.
Just
no
the
bolts.
crossbow.
The bolts, you get your mustache.
So I get a mustache.
It's just a mustache.
Mustache.
Anything else?
Y'all came for
just leather.
Yeah, someone was smart. Can I at least have my crystal orb? I'll play with it like this, like David Bowie.
Yeah, right.
Crystal orb is kept. Awesome. Fantastic.
Alright, so the daggers are gone.
Now, one more thing. He seems a bit overpowered still, so let's give him a weakness.
Oh, what?
Give him a flaw or a fear. Anything fun? Sorry?
4 hours he has to cough up.
In every 4 hours.
Every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes. Yeah, that sounds good. You're not here for 4 hours. Every 30 minutes, you must cough up a hairball. That sounds good. Is anybody else?
Loud noises!
Sorry?
Loud noises!
Loud noises frighten you. Awesome, fantastic.
He regularly feels the need to lick himself.
Yep, that sounds good. Are you able to?
Already part of the character.
Are you okay to demonstrate that on stage?
He's afraid
How I lick myself. I thought it was supposed to be a PG show.
Is anybody uncomfortable with themes? By the way, cool. All right, moving on.
Awesome.
Rachel, what is your character?
My character's name is Luvara Lionheart. She is a tiefling, which is kind of like a humanoid mixed with a demon. They're normally evil, but she is super good and very friendly. She is also a monk, which means she uses her fists along with some swords and daggers and stuff like that. But yeah, she's very friendly, loves wildlife, vegetarian, all that jazz. She has a bit of a Steve Irwin side on her. She likes to wrestle things that are bigger than her.
She's like that tall.
Yeah, she's like 5'4", and she just likes to like wrestle with people. Like doesn't want to hurt them. She's like good old wrestle. Doesn't succeed a lot of the time, but she tries. And she really wanted to be a bard, but she can't sing, so she couldn't be a bard. So she's a monk. But she still sings songs of her wrestling adventures a bit badly.
Could you please list your items?
She has 5 darts. She has a short sword. She has 10 gold and an explorer's pack, which it comes with like a bedroll, like rope, some torches, rations, etc.,
Cool.
etc.
Is that it?
Yeah, she don't have a lot.
What is she allowed to keep, Dean?
Just throw a rope.
Just the rope? How long is that rope?
50 feet.
Cool.
I think.
Apparently she has
Jesus, the back row is brutal.
Like 25 feet of rope, or like you untwine the rope?
It's just one strand of rope.
And that's it, apparently.
Oh, okay.
No,
No,
it is
It's always
No
tangled.
darts, no swords.
Yeah, you guys gonna have to be really
What's
resourceful.
the darts for?
To throw them at people?
Oh my
game.
balls.
Yeah.
Because I ain't using them for shit. sorry.
PG out, PG.
Yeah. All right.
My character's name is Saya, and she is a woman of the cloth, a cleric. Although to think that she is anything like a normal nun is a very, very, very grave misunderstanding. There's something going on up there.
Well, I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
Yeah,
Can you turn it? I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, like turn the game down a little.
I wanted to do that discreetly, but that's fine.
Just everyone was looking at
Cut his Michael together. Right.
But no, to think that she is a normal woman of the cloth, like what you would consider a nun to be, is very, very much mistaken. She worships the force of chaos and change. So, at some point she might be helping out the homeless, the next point she might be burning down an orphanage. But don't worry, the orphans will have deserved it. As a cleric of the war domain, she's very good at hitting things. And not only is she very good at hitting things, she's very good at using magic to hit things. If you're wondering why she does something, some higher power somewhere lets her do it, and that's basically all there is to explain on that score.
Cool. So what do you have?
I have
Doesn't want to say. It's like,
I have a warhammer, a mace, a shield, an explorer's pack which has rope and bedroll and everything like that in it, a holy symbol. Do you want me to state armor too? Or?
yeah, please.
And I have a set of chain mail, and of course a holy symbol that shows my devotion to the forces of chaos.
Cool. What can you keep?
Just the shield. Just the handle.
Oh, what?
You can hit with anything. You can do this.
So goodbye to his fist then.
Tiny warhammer. Yep. There's a hammer eraser in there.
He gets
Yeah, that is your warhammer right there. There you go. Cool.
It's more of a dueling hammer at the moment.
The jousting hammer.
So-
Anything else, or is it just the hammer?
Can the holy symbol, can it be a 9-foot tall crucifix?
Actualize is your character.
6 foot.
All right, you have 7-foot tall crucifix. That's fine. You will have to level that around.
Oh yes.
And that's enough of a disadvantage. You don't need a foil. Allow the chainmail?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You're allowed a little bit of chainmail.
But on the outline of the channel, like
It's pink.
Sorry.
the outline of the
It
channel.
has to be the outline of the chain now.
Yeah. Outline of the chainmail sounds good.
Mace spray.
Mace what?
Spray.
Mace spray.
not the base that I have, but I'll take it.
You will take some mace spray. Everything else is canned.
Is anyone going to let me have a shield, or am I going? Am I going
It's too much.
You got a cross, man.
I'm going to be tied to the thing by the end of this.
I'm already writing that into my script. Cool. Yes. What is
Oh,
yours?
I'm sorry. Am I the only one who gets floors?
Yeah.
No one else gets floors.
We're dog people.
Okay, all right.
I just forgot about Rachel, so that's really
I shall be playing the Riot. The very important. The Riot gets very upset when people don't remember the Riot's name. The Riot is a non-binary half-orc barbarian. The Riot does not believe in your gender norms.
Yes.
The Riot is also has dreams of becoming a bard one day. They're already quite invested in their music, the ultimate music of rock, which is the art of taking one rock and hitting it against another rock repeatedly and then crying quietly when nobody understands their art. Now hoping we can start some kind of band.
A rock band.
Exactly. The riot is also way too stupid to have any other hobbies or interests. Intelligence 8. The riot's only equipment is a great axe and 2 small axes. And an adventurer's pack that I feel like they already left somewhere anyway.
Cool. More rocks.
Yeah, just lots of rocks. It's a bag of rocks.
So let the barbarian keep the battle axe?
Yeah.
They have played kindly on you. The stars have shone brightly on you this night.
They just feel bad.
They got all their anger out. Jimmy, you're up.
See, I took my character very seriously, so it's my own fault, really. I'm playing Quint Shatterheart. I'm a gnomish rogue. The barons once built their empire on fine jewelry. Kings, queens, dukes, and emperors wore their work with pride. Naturally, this made them disliked. When they disappeared under suspicious circumstances, their son Badger took over the crumbling remains. He keeps it alive as much as he can by day. By night, as Quint Shatterheart, he works to solve the mystery of their disappearance, as well as assisting those in need. Badger is bumbling, foolish, and has problems with gambling and drinking. But once the mask goes on, and Quint Shatterheart is allowed to be himself, a cunning and resourceful individual with a sharp blade and sharper wits is displayed. I read a lot of Batman. A lot of Batman.
That kind of gives you away.
Okay, so I suppose you want to know what I have. I've got a short bow, a rapier, 2 throwing axes, or 2 hand axes, some ball bearings and string, crowbar, hammer, pittons, oil flask, and a day's rations. Because I prepared. I prepared in advance.
Are the ball bearings attached by a string?
No, they're loose ball bearings, I think.
Cool.
No, they're definitely loose, yes.
Yeah, okay.
The red is blunt.
Yeah, everything dull. Nothing sharp.
Everything's dull.
I'll throw it to
Just keep over.
Cool.
Your weapons are all plastic.
No, yes.
Keep the axes and be best friends with the riot.
This is a defense for endless booze.
Yeah, okay, I'm not
What are you talking about?
have a decanter full of endless booze.
Apparently.
Wow, that's amazing news. Give him.
Yeah, I'm getting stuff. This is not what I expected.
I mean, he's gonna get the cat preventers boost.
I'll leather up.
You don't have a pocket watch that stops time.
Well, you know, so all you can do is ask.
Make it latex armor.
It has been done. You squeak constant. I'll just find a squeak sound effect on it.
It's a mouse costume.
Awesome. Yep, loving that.
Every battle you face.
Can you get disadvantage and stuff if he's in latex?
He does have a disadvantage still. The squeak
That's
gives
all
you
I'm
away.
good at!
And I thought I got that.
Okay.
And now you're Mouse Man.
It's the how about the middle of 3 rolls.
Okay. Great, okay.
Okay, that's
Is that alright? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good. Okay, so there we go. We might just give a couple of flaws and fears. So please refresh us on your character very briefly.
Tiefling monk, very happy, likes to wrestle.
Yep. Fears, flaws.
Scared of carrots.
Scared of carrots. Terrified fear of carrots.
Well, I hope we don't meet any carrots in this adventure.
Unfortunately, that's the main boss.
Just ask permission to wrestle anybody first.
She does that anyway. She's very she only wants consensual.
Consensual wrestling.
That's a new word there.
Alright, we have our cleric.
Yes, human cleric. Very, very chaotic. Literally the epitome of chaos. Can be nice at some points. Can be very, very nasty at other points.
Afraid of the dark.
Yes.
She's already afraid of the dark, kind of. She thinks the darkness is pitiful.
Afraid of mice.
Afraid of mice. Yes, absolutely.
She will smash them with her tiny warhammer.
Good. Afraid of mice.
Can
Beautiful.
we go with the comic book theme and just mean that she has to flip a coin to decide what she does every single time?
Niche.
Half orc barbarian, wannabe bard, total emo.
Every son is Venga Boys.
Oh, you see the actual moment my heart broke.
Alright, why not just Wonderwall? All the time, all the time.
Venga Boys is
He
creepy.
knows one song.
Yar, let me play you something. The Venga Boys are coming.
Actually good at music but doesn't think it.
You know what? Let's put an ad on. I'm down for that. Was not discreet at all. Excuse me. I'll just carry on. It's an ad for some Bond movie. I don't know. Anyway, team. You guys, any more?
I spent a long time wandering the wilderness. I'm very much a unarmored.
Yes.
Usually
Don't put up your hands. You shout out.
Okay. Jenny refers to herself as third person.
Yep.
Yeah.
The riot.
That makes sense.
The riot agrees.
Sounds good. Any breaking of that will result in a punishment, which is
1 hit point.
1 hit point.
Thanks for saying everything nice to me.
Emotional damage.
Yeah. One hit point of emotional damage.
Wow.
1 point of insanity every time.
Wrong game.
Take a stroll.
1 point Nemo damage.
Sorry, it's the refreshes of your character, Jimmy.
So basically, gnome Batman.
That's the screen. Where's Rachel every
No
30
mouse
minutes?
man.
In the Batman voice.
It's a street Rachel every 30 minutes. Where is she?
Allergic to blast noises.
Afraid of bats.
Afraid of bats.
Afraid of that.
Bats. Yes.
Done. God deems it so.
Okay, this is gonna go well.
This is going to go well. This will hopefully go well.
Every half hour turns into a carrot for 5 minutes.
They are everything everyone hears.
That is done. And you're also afraid of cats.
You're a mouse carrot.
Get with it.
Really hates the alcohol from the decanter. It tastes real bad.
Hey guys, how was that D&D show? Well, we created our characters and then we all had to go home, so...
I agree. We are about to move on. I timed this in. It's fine. We've got a whole 5 minutes of created characters still to go. Well, we're not going to. We've got some pretty good characters. So, for a refresher, Snookums. Who are you?
I am a Tabaxi Warlock. Is there, what do you...
Well, list yourself. How are you? How are you doing? Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm okay. I've got my main weapon. I've got these 20 bolts that I don't know what the fuck they're I've just got one of my painted mustaches.
It's a porn-star mustache. Just a refresher for characters. Yep.
Yep. Lavara Lionheart, she's a tiefling monk. She's scared of carrots and only will wrestle with people who agree to wrestle with her, and she has 25 feet of rope. Just enough to wrap up.
So Saya, human cleric who worships chaos, massive vendetta against anything that looks kind of like a rat or a mouse.
Cool.
Hates the darkness.
Yep. Done.
The band?
Yes.
The riot is a half-orc barbarian who's now a one-man band with a giant bag of rocks and is quite worried about possible looming existential crises.
smart, gnomish rogue who's dressed and sounds like a mouse. Gets disadvantage on piercing attacks. Must take the middle of 3 during a stealth check. Afraid of cats. Must scream Rachel every 30 minutes. The Batman voice. And how often does the carrot thing happen?
Carrot also 30 minutes at the same time.
Turns into a carrot every 30 minutes as well.
Okay, so like every 15 minutes something happens, so 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes.
How long am I a carrot for?
5 minutes was the...
Okay.
The carrot Batman before turning into a
Yes! Yes!
That sounds good. That's your carrot transformation spell.
Okay.
A little carrot or a big carrot?
big carrot.
Like human-sized carrot that just topples onto the ground. So like,
So you're going to be growing about 2 feet.
cool. Alrighty.
So I just need to check. Are you going to be wearing the mustache at the moment? So
I'm not wearing the mustache at the moment.
Okay, so you're still pretty clearly a cat.
Wrapping it up. Wrapping it up. Wrapping it up. Now, audience, feel free to gesture input as much as you want throughout, but be polite. No heckles. Pretty please. As calm and cool as we look up here, I, for one, am terrified.
As our Vosten or something.
Yeah, cool. And I'm gonna cry if you heckle me. So don't, please. One additional note: this is for all those seasoned D&D players. This is very loosey-goosey D&D. We don't want to get bogged down with mechanics, and I know that most D&D nights are spent looking up at rule books. I've got the rules here, which is lovely. Yeah, some of them. But this is loosey-goosey. D&D games don't usually have time constraints, and they don't usually have live audiences. As such, some of the more rigorous rules have been scrapped just to make way for an introductory experience. But if you guys do have questions, we do have a guy who's been playing for like 13 odd years and knows every single rule under the sun. So if you have any questions, you can ask during the intermission. If something happens that is very clearly against the rules, but we're going to play it in the rules tonight, please, he will definitely make a note of it. I don't doubt Gavin for a second to interrupt about the rules, but we'll get to it.
No, I won't interrupt. I'm sorry about that.
Cool. Awesome. So we're gonna. If you have any questions about how D&D is properly run and you want to play, and you guys are interested at the end, which I'm sure you will be, please feel free to ask any of the panel or one of our stage people in the back named Dan. Cool. His name's Dan. Get with it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Are there multiple Dans?
You just said it as if
one of the Dans
one
in
of
the
the
back.
Dans.
They're all named Dan.
Yeah, they're all
Crazy coincidence.
No idea.
One of the Dans of the world.
All right. So let's go. Looking at Jake. Let's do the thing, guy. Let's we need side lights. They're for wimps as well. Nice. Okay.
Lock the doors.
Yeah. Fire crackling noises are ensuing. All right. So let's go. Good evening.
Quick trips, books, and carrots.
Let's go. Good evening. This story, like most D&D stories, starts in a tavern. For after all, I've never heard a good story start with a salad. David's Tavern, named after the giant who owns it, sits in the main street of the southern jewel, Cry-D. Cry-D is remembered among the Forgotten Realms for its bountiful harvests, brimming seas, and festivals in the fall. Bordered by 3 walls of sea and a northern wall of forest, Cry-D was also easily defendable. But as of late, this 4th forest wall just got broken. Alright, originally nicknamed the Forest of Cowls, Cry-D's upward buttress was protected by the Crydian Rangers, famous for their hooded cloaks, mischievous magic, and their undying loyalty to Cry-D and its people. And it is with these Rangers that your game begins. You arrived to the town via boat after receiving a call to aid from these Rangers, but details were very scarce. just some great evil. Hopes to relive your pleasant nostalgia were dashed as you entered the abandoned, sprawling city. Reaching the northern streets, the foreboding forest looms across acres of ashen, arid crops. It appears you are far, far too late. Nice. Campaign ended.
Cool. Let's go.
Thanks, guys. We
That's right, yes.
You scrub up, you head on back to the bar, but just as you turn around, a loud, anguished howl erupts from the forest and makes you jump. Blood curdled and pants now wet, you speed through the street looking for a vacant bathroom. Street after empty street goes past until music wafts through the streets like the smell of apple pie left out on a shelf. Warmth, comfort, and music persuade you to the main street, housing a shop of wares, an obligatory blacksmithery, and David's Tavern. You notice that the blacksmith's door is completely off its hinge. Upon entering the bar, you are greeted by the warm face of a shit-faced gnome. You'll get along well. I'm rich! Barkeep, drinks for these adventurers. The seasoned with pepper bartender pours 8 meads, 1 for each of you, 5. A 20th for the gnome, a giant flagon for David, who sits staring in the crackling fire, and 1 for a half-goblin, sitting in a booth alone, clutching her neck and tending to her many, many visible bruises. You sit down with the 4 other adventurers, also called to aid like you were. You drink mead and talk about the glory days.
I don't have any glory days. I keep losing my wrestling matches.
Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to accuse me of breaking that blacksmith's door, it wasn't me, and anyone who says it was, they're liars.
Do I know? Okay. This drunken gnome.
Yep.
Would I know anything about, like, is he
alcoholism?
No, sorry, no.
You're well versed in that.
Very.
Gnomish royalty, maybe, or is there any sort of signifying? He's obviously a person of status.
Yep.
Jeez, Jimmy, not all gnomes know each other.
Is there any way to maybe identify or find out if he's from any particular royal house or anything that I might know about?
Yes, if you do perception checks.
I can
Currently,
do
you're
it.
talking with your barmates, and I feel like that's what you should be hinging on currently. I'm just gonna, a jukebox plays in the corner, and Duke enchanted this box with music. Shut up. And a fire crackles. David the giant stares longingly into the fire. And for some reason, it's relatively more well lit in this tavern. Thank you.
So what are you supposed to be? You floppy?
What was that?
Wait.
Do you want me to take you home?
I am not currently owned by anyone, thank
Oh.
you. My owner passed away.
Oh, okay. You want to wrestle?
I do not. What are you, creature?
I'm a tiefling.
What is that?
Horns,
Yes.
red skin,
Yes.
cute face.
All you humanoid creatures look the same.
Yeah, all you cat things look the same.
Oh!
The riot would like to investigate the music box and look for the little creatures inside, making
You stalk over to the music box. I won't make you roll for that.
poke it.
Yeah, you poke it. Roll
Well, we found the idiots.
How'd you go?
Roll a 70.
70, you poke it successfully.
Amazing.
Well done.
Oh, if only you could have died poking the
So, whilst the riot is poking the music box, I'm going to look at the small gnome in a mouse costume.
Yes. Can I help you?
You're not a rat, are you?
I mean, that really depends.
Because if you are, I have to hit you
Whoa.
really hard.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
God
Calm
shouts,
down.
whoa.
You can't, like, kink shame him.
No. What he he does in the bedroom is his business. But I'm just, if you were a rat, I must hit you. I must hit you very hard with my warhammer.
I mean,
My god demands it.
I would get a new god.
It is divine providence that this must happen.
Oh, you're one of those.
I'm afraid of you.
Oh, I was talking to the god guy.
Could you roll for another poke, please? Thank you.
10.
10. Oh, that is too low of a roll.
You break your
I'm so
finger.
sorry.
Missing.
Another song starts playing. It'll
The riot would like to try and offer them their percussion services. Yeah. If they don't reply, do it louder.
It's currently playing the maximum.
I mean, I suppose if that's going to be the case, I'm going to have to get out my holy symbol and air guitar with it. Air guitar with a 7-foot cross.
Cool.
That's metal.
Alright, anyone else want to wrestle?
The riot knows this one.
Lovely. Sorry for the Twitch stream, you might have to cut this bit out. Cool. Any of you guys want to wrestle?
I would love to wrestle.
Crazy.
Yeah?
I mean, I can power bomb her into the ground.
Okay, alright, I'll take you on.
Sure.
Let's wrestle.
Let's
Alright,
wrestle.
Roll for it. Yep.
That's an athletics from me.
Athletics?
Yep.
I can't count. 12.
16.
Oh, wow. He pummels you to the ground.
I'm going to pick you up, and there's going to be a scream of powerbomb before leaping up into the air and slamming you into the ground in a powerbomb.
He slams you into the ground like a power. He slams you into the ground like a power with a power move. It's awesome. It draws attention to the bartender, and the bartender goes, neat.
I go over and check that the crazy person who was hitting me and has now powerbombed a demon. I go and check to see if the demon is okay.
I don't know.
She just gets up, pushes herself off, and goes like, nice work, and I'm getting a nod, so I'm going to take my hand back.
Yep. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice work. Done.
Good wrestle.
Good
Okay,
wrestle.
I think the one poking the box in the corner might want to wrestle too.
Hey, person poking the box, want to wrestle?
The riot does enjoy to wrestle.
Let's wrestle.
Yep.
Alright.
That's what I.
Go for it. It's a grapple move. Both of you roll a d20. Please.
Oh.
How'd you go?
I didn't do that well either. I only rolled a 13.
I rolled a 16.
And that's not
Wow.
including
16.
bonuses.
You just.
It's not my day today.
It's not your day. How
It's
would
not
you
my
like to
day.
do
For someone who wants to wrestle everyone, you might want to get better at wrestling.
How big is the tiefling? You're a
Only
little
5'4".
tiefling.
5'4".
She's small.
Pin you, look a bit awkward, and make me blush, and then let you go and thank you very much.
She thinks you too. She's a bit confused, but okay.
This is
You have been thanked. Roll for thanks.
That's a 17 on a thank you roll.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's
I'm
well
very
received.
flattered.
I was so hoping for a 1. You accidentally say, bugger off.
Cool. We're going back to the
Alright.
music. All right, guys. Time for an event. A weary wagon, complete with weary blacksmith, trundles into the main street's cobblestone. Upon noticing the forge's door, Andre the blacksmith. Any references? All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Andre the blacksmith sprints into his home. After a few harried moments, you hear a wail, expressing the purest of sorrows and loss. Expressing the purest of sorrows and loss. This twists, deforms into a moan, and then one of a howl of pain, and finally bursts into a scream of white hot rage. Seconds later, Andre the Behemoth storms into the bar. Still screaming, his eyes flick quickly over the patrons. T-182 scanning for something. Target locked, he stalks to the booth with the battered goblin in it. He lifts her up by the throat, dark laborer's hands clenched in a fist and quickly tightening. Hurriedly, the goblin searches the bar for someone to help, and her desperate eyes rest on you.
I will go. She's dying. She doesn't have a lot of time.
She chokes out a strangled cry. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm
Rushing over.
Yeah, leaping over,
I'm gonna
grabbing
punch
a claw and like putting it against his throat.
Alright, so now that we're in a battle, it's time for initiative.
Alright.
Is someone a carrot?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Simon is not a carrot yet.
Not yet, he will be.
He will be. I will indicate carrot.
That's not good. That's not a good roll.
Alright, what are your rolls, just for my reference?
18.
18, awesome.
That was a 19 from me.
And
11.
cool.
18.
18.
11.
Roll again, you two.
Well, you didn't add your
me.
Oh,
Just
20,
that's
sorry.
that's a non-natural 20 from me.
I'm at 20, neat.
Yeah.
Roll again, you two.
16.
13.
13, cool. Yep, so the order goes 20, 20, 19, 19.
20, 19, 18.
Oh,
I see, we both have
1,
18.
2, 3, 4. Yours 13? What was yours?
16.
Oh, you. Cool. That's the order of every battle that goes ahead henceforth. You're on. Sorry, team.
Okay.
You're on. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to do what any good cleric should do when someone is strangling a poor half-goblin. I'm going to walk over and I'm going to punch the dude in the nuts.
Punch the dude in the nuts. Roll for it.
I approve.
You gotta break his armor class.
Roll for the
For nuts.
That's a 22.
That's a 22. You break his armor class and punch him in the nuts. It hurts. You deal 1d4 of damage.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
To the nuts. Andre's a behemoth. He has a sack.
That is 7 points of damage. I rolled max.
You rolled max for 7 points of damage.
Yes.
Amazing. I hate you. Andre crumbles and drops the half-goblin before anybody else even gets a turn to react. He falls over, aching, and says, "I'm so sorry. Holy shit. I'm really sorry. I don't know what to do now. Give me a moment to gather my things because I didn't expect this to go so quickly, and I thought that I could rustle up a stall tactic." He cries out, a strangled cry. "I'm really sorry. I know that I shouldn't judge based on race, but my wife, she's missing. Does anybody know anything about my wife?"
Why are you checking your goblin because your wife is gone?
Well, back, you'll see if you come by my house. Come into my forge. If you have any information, please come by.
Barkeep, what's his wife like? You never know. She might be well known in these parts.
Well, as the only woman in the town, she's all right.
There you go.
Classic fantasy setting.
She's okay, other than this half-goblin here. So, maybe with a haircut.
I didn't ask you how hot she was.
Oh, sorry.
Like, do you know anything about her?
She's prone to long walks.
Yeah, I'm not trying to date her. She is missing, man.
She doesn't have anything distinguishing about her.
And that's why you're a barkeep.
She doesn't come into the bar much, but Andre talks about her all the time. How's that? Is that a
that's
good enough
sweet.
description?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Right, she
I'm going to do a picture of her.
Now he'll be talking about her a couple of octaves higher.
Sounds like this guy has a problem with goblins.
Maybe. He sprints back to take care of his children and runs out of the tap.
I
The
guess
forces
we
of
should
chaos
go.
don't like a racist.
You can do whatever you want.
Well, he wanted us to come to the forge.
Yeah, I'm going to the forge.
I'm
Yeah,
following.
let's get a forge. I mean, I don't know anything, and I totally didn't break that door off its hinges, by the way. But
I believe you.
Firstly, the riot speaks goblin and would like to ask the poor choked goblin, are you alright if you need, the riot can eat that pigskin dickhead?
That's okay. I'll be out of here soon enough.
You sure? I can bring you some.
Was that first person?
Thanks.
The riot is very disappointed in themselves.
Cool.
I wanna follow stealthily. I don't want him to know that I'm following.
follow stealthily.
So I suppose I should make my middle of 3 check.
Here we go.
I'm glad it's middle of... Actually, that's not bad.
How's your stealth roll?
So I had a natural 1, a 19, but the middle was 11. So
11,
I'm
you-
okay
you-
with that.
You go into stealth. That's completely fine. Nobody can see you, but everybody
Where'd that
can hear
squeaky
you.
toy go?
Yeah, disappeared. Go on.
Yeah, well, if you rolled an 11, would we be able to check that against our passive perception to see if we can see him?
Yes, sure.
I
My
cannot
passive
see
perception is
him.
15.
No, I
You
can't
see
see
him.
him.
You all see him. No one else in the town does. They're pretty weak.
You are very squeaky! You are a squeaky mouse, sir! I don't know whether to hug you or to hit you. Stop
Alright.
confusing me like this!
Alright, mate, pick up your cross and let's go.
All right. Do you want to continue talking to Sylvic? It's still your turn. Cool.
The riot would like to keep talking with the goblin, yes.
I've kind of become the scapegoat for this town.
Pinks can be rude.
I agree, but it's better than where I was.
Where were you?
Oh, I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, that seems pretty obtuse and shadowy considering this is a really short amount of time I've got to do this. So. The riot just used first person accounts. The riot is staring into the darkness. The riot would like to get drunk with the sad goblin.
Everyone agrees and splits a drink. Well, if you must know, because you are on such a short time for me. I came from the goblin tribe in the middle of the forest.
You got away from them?
Yes, a massive carnage ensued, over the ritual and all.
What ritual?
Yep, this is...
What ritual?
Our leader went mad. Half of us hated it, half of us wanted. I escaped during the battle. I don't know who was the victor.
Are there others who escaped?
No, just me, I'm afraid. And I only just got out alive. In fact, I only have 1 hit point left.
The riot thinks that is a very strange way to measure one's health. The riot doesn't know much about rituals and stuff, but if there's trouble that way, maybe the riot and I wouldn't go so far as to say friends, but maybe the riot and some collection of adventurers might check it out.
Okay, well, it is tonight if you can get there by midnight.
By midnight. The riot might need 1 more drink and then should go follow the squeaking sound.
Cool. You guys step outside? It's your turn. You step outside?
Yeah, follow the blacksmith. Yeah.
Cool. You look up at the moon and you see that it's about 10 p.m. Cool. Just for some sort of reason. I'm not really sure why.
That's a very specific...
It would be 10 p.m. No idea.
Well, now that nothing has happened, let's continue. It's 10 p.m. I'm going to follow the blacksmith into his blacksmithery.
You follow him into the obligatory blacksmithery. Immediately after entering, let me see, I think I have a description for a blacksmith's forge somewhere in here. I don't know. Still screaming. That's not the right one. You enter the home of the blacksmith. 2 terrified toddlers hide behind their father's hulking legs.
How do you know your wife's missing and not just stepped out for a bit?
Well, she would never leave the children alone. I mean, sorry. She would never leave the children alone.
Alright, says you.
They still 4 and 5 years old.
And why do you think it was the goblins that took him?
Well,
Took her.
how about you come and have a look? He walks into the main kitchen dining area. There's a bench and a table. The recently broken home is perfectly accentuated by the recently broken table. In the center of the kitchen, a goblin laying dead in the center has a fire poker sticking out of its forehead.
Yeah. How do you know the goblin wasn't defending your wife?
Goblins.
Alright.
They've been raiding the town ever since. That's why most of the townspeople have fled.
Okay. Where do you think the goblins went?
Well, if I were to guess, somewhere into the forest. They always stalk that way.
And what reward are we talking about? Save your wife.
persuasion.
19.
Oh, anything. Absolutely anything at all. I would do anything to have my wife back.
And what about if we can't bring all of her back?
10 gold for an arm. I can use the hand.
Well, I'm chaotic neutral, so that's okay with me. Ask any questions?
But anything, I would give you my life savings for that, for my wife.
Are you rich?
Sure.
You roll for persuasion.
That 20, he's rolling in it.
You must be so wealthy, he says in your broken kitchen that's been destroyed and ransacked.
Yeah. To prove it, he hands you 300 gold and says, "Please use this at the House of Wares in the shopkeep, also on the main street, so you can gather supplies as much as you can." In fact, he yanks the fire poker out and hands it to you.
Oh,
it's been used to kill one guy.
Yeah, well, thank you. They might be afraid of it if it has. Okay, fine. If I can take the fire poker. I need everything. 20 bolts, fire poker, whatever.
It's good. It does.
Thank you. We will find
1d6 damage. So.
Okay, 1d6 damage. We will find your wife. This. Well, I'm at least gonna take the stupid one with us.
Wait, was that the one who punched me in the nuts just 10 minutes earlier?
That's why we're taking it.
Alright, sounds good. Yep.
Him. Them.
Her.
What pronoun would the riot like to be referred to as?
The riot is neutral pronouns, however the riot didn't punch anyone.
Oh, which one was the one that...
Except the box.
Oh, right. I get confused about who punched you in the nuts.
Now, I have a very, very important question. If he's willing to pay 10 GP for an arm, what is he willing to pay for a head?
None. It'll be a stark reminder of his lost wife, Alice. My God. Jesus Christ, dude. What's in the box? Alright, here we go. Thanks. Moving on. What would you guys like to do? We'll move on to you.
Okay. So the goblin is headed out of town at the moment.
Yep, they've hightailed it out of there.
Yeah, cool. Alright, I'd like to hide out at where the goblins are performing their thing. Try and get some more information. Is that possible? Or
about 20 kilometers through forest.
Okay, cool. Let's not do that. Yeah. Instead, what I'm going to do is speak to the wrestle demon.
So.
I heard that you're helping find this person's wife. I am willing to offer my services.
Cool. I don't know if I'm the person to talk to about this, but you can come along.
I can't talk to the cat.
Why not?
Let's not go into that.
Do you guys have some beef or something?
No, cats make me uneasy. They remind me of...
Wait, are you scared of cats?
Look,
It's alright, I'm scared of carrots. We're like here.
Upon mention of the word carrot.
Yes!
You turn into a carrot and scream.
You scream your incantation to transform.
That incantation.
Yeah,
Where's Rachel?
Yeah, you're on.
Rachel!
And poof, you turn into a human-sized carrot. You fall over in the blacksmith's forge, and the blacksmith's like, what the fuck?
So Lavara is very freaked out right now. She's gonna kick him away from her.
Yep. Kicked, absolutely kicked. Luckily, carrots take no damage. You're an invulnerable carrot.
Like a baby in Shadowrun.
Do I move, like, is there distance on that kick?
Do I have to roll to hit?
Yeah, roll. Yeah, kick the...
Armor class.
Armor class 0, you're a carrot?
So,
0.
So you're a
carrot? Easy
Oh,
fight,
because
isn't it?
well, in that case, I probably hit. I rolled a 17 plus.
Oh,
my
you
bonuses.
smack him across the room, you fly him so far that he bursts into the saloon doors of the tavern and break right through over the bar stool. The bartender, who has no idea that this is a human, starts attempting to cut the carrot.
Okay.
Is the riot still in the tavern?
Sorry?
Is the riot still in the
The
tavern?
riot is still in the tavern talking to a half-goblin.
Alright. I mean, the riot wouldn't know a human-sized carrot from anything else, but the tavern.
So just so I'm clear, you know I'm a gnome, right?
Yeah.
So I've grown. As a carrot.
It's an awesome spell.
Can I just ask? So if someone cuts the carrot in half and he comes back from the spell, does that mean he's in half in the person, or there's two versions of him, or he gets put back together? Let's really go on.
I guess you get out and find out. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm being cut up.
Yeah, you're currently, like, he's trying to get at you with the knife, but he's rolled a 0, unfortunately. So
That's a relief. I'm glad.
Well, like Carrot Talk made 3 people leave, so.
The riot is sad you don't like his art. Bye.
Alrighty. Moving on.
Moving on.
Your turn, little tiefling.
Okay. Well, she's kind of just heard everything already, so she is gonna, I guess, start heading off to the forest. And actually, no, we have money now, so we might instead.
We have money?
Did I see him get money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Are you gonna sneakily take the money then?
Yeah, I sneakily take the money.
Don't roll for it.
Can I roll perception to see if I see him?
20, not natural.
No, I don't see anything. I see 6 points.
Unfortunately, this guy sees you take the money.
Well, I go back to the group and I say, the blacksmith has given us 100 gold pieces to find his wife, and I spread it equally amongst the group.
Awesome. You each get 25 gold.
That bag with 300 gold pieces, I will kick you in the
You
dick!
would not have seen how much was in that bag.
No. You saw a bag being handed.
Well, that's not a big bag. 100 GP versus 300 GP.
No.
Okay.
I am the god. You did not see it.
Damn it!
Sleep. These are not the coins you'll. Alright.
Cool.
From-
Shall we go shopping? Shopping!
Let's go shopping.
The riot can get the shiny rock of his dreams.
Yep, you're a guys. You're shopping?
There. Still not first person. The riot's not making that mistake again. The riot can't afford to. The riot's the only person who can throw a punch in this game, and the riot can't afford to be crying in the gutter.
Alright. Yeah. You walk into the shop? Yes? All of you waltz into the shop without talking to the bartender or the giant.
Oh.
Cool. The dwarven shopkeeper
Well,
is a
I
humble
mean,
man.
sorry, I'm still a carrot, right?
These guys walk, you're a carrot in the bar.
Right, so when I turn back into a human, I'm going to interrogate the barkeep.
That sounds good. What would you like to do when you move as a carrot?
Roll. Ripen?
Yeah, cool.
That's a 9 on
Yep.
my ripen check.
You are still a carrot. You attempted to ripen, but unfortunately you didn't have much thought and you did not ripen.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
fair, I guess.
Carrots just don't have brains.
Yeah. Alright, the dwarven shopkeeper is a humble man. Tired and weary, Grodin Oakwood loved Cry-D. He would never leave it. And to goblin raiders, no goblin raiders would change his stubborn mind. Another day without a visit, he goes to pack up his shop when visitors! He trips over himself to get behind the counter in excitement. Hi, how can I help you all?
Whoa, man.
Oh, sorry, I haven't seen many people in a long time.
I can tell. It's right. So, how are you going?
Good. How are you all?
Yeah, do you like wrestling?
Oh, not really. I'm pretty old and frail.
Oh. Still, I have the
Roll for
worst.
persuasion.
Well, that is A 10.
No, I couldn't possibly. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I give him 10 gold pieces and go, what about now?
He pieces and says, I don't think I'm persuaded by money, and hands it back to you.
Then I get out my claws and I say, what about now?
Why would you like to see me fight? This isn't how...
I can only fight consensually.
I'm getting his consent.
I don't think that counts.
For the fight, guys! Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
22.
This is getting out of hand. Okay. Alright, I'll fight.
Now I feel bad.
It's alright, it's alright.
I haven't fought since Nam.
It's alright. We will wrestle another time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Don't
good.
hurt me.
No.
I slink to the back of the front of the room near the door, dejected. Alright, fine. Won't see a tiefling fight an old man.
The riot does think that's a shame.
What
If he died accidentally, everything in this shop would be free.
See? Right, exit.
What can I help you with?
What is your shiniest rock?
Our shiniest rock would be on the hilt of this short sword that I have, worth 50 gold.
Really?
However,
The riot doesn't need a sword!
however, the shiniest thing in this place, if that helps, is this amulet of the Crydean Rangers. It's a beautiful
Well, I
amulet.
do.
I'm not sure. I was handed it by my ancestors, but I can give it to you for 225 gold.
Gee, it's a shame we don't have that much money.
That's a lot of money, and the riot does not like magic.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Thank you. If there's anything else I can help you with.
Well, I suppose, you could let us know, because the riot is new to this area. We're going to goblin ritual there's a time.
A goblin ritual?
Yeah, to find out what's happening. Don't ask the riot. The riot doesn't make plans. But if the riot had to go to where there are goblins who have some like magic, what would you take?
What? Well, I'm not sure. Apparently this Crydean amulet has been blessed with luck, but I don't believe any of those naysayers. It hasn't brought me anything. However, maybe going into the Crydean stronghold might change that. Wink. Additionally, I have many swords and shields of wear. I have armor if you
tower
guys
over
need
here
it. I also
saying-
have, if you're going to brave the forest, I would definitely bring a torch. It's very pitch black in there.
Oh, okay, much foreshadow.
So I also
I
have-
tower over and say, how much is it now? The amulet.
And bat him away.
The amulets, please don't hurt me. You said you
It's
wouldn't
okay.
hurt
Do
me.
you
You
mind
said you
if I
wouldn't hurt me.
Can I have a look at the amulet?
Okay.
The riot has a question.
Oh,
I help her steal the amulet.
I can't stop you.
I don't suppose you got a shot through it.
I am not going to sell you anything.
The one with the shiny rock on it.
Yeah. How much was that one again? 50?
3?
It's free? Oh yeah, that's right. Do you mind if I have a look at this sword?
Robin Hood. All right. With that, the dwarf, Grodin Oakwood, screams in terror and sprints out of his own shop through a back entrance, and none of you can catch him in time. He presumably runs to his friends in the bar, like the 12-foot giant, the bartender and the blacksmith.
The riot thinks if we leave now, if they follow us, they can help us in the final fight.
You are no longer a cat.
I am no longer a carrot. Great.
You walk back into your squeaky mouse costume.
Alright, I steal a torch and a crossbow and get the hell out of there.
Torch and oh, yes, we don't have, there's no crossbow.
Ah!
I didn't write a crossbow in. What you see among the shelves, but you know that if time permits, you're only allowed to grab one item each. You see 4 short swords, 1 leather armor, 1 chainmail. You see the amulet already in the pocket of a ouching tiefling. No swear words here, this is a PG audience. And then you also see 10 liters of water, 2 torches, a couple of tinder boxes, and matches, and that's about it.
Right, I will take the short sword with the nice pretty rock on it.
You take a short sword with a rock.
I will take the leather armor.
Leather armor it is.
Tinderbox.
Tinderbox?
You
Yep.
said there was a shield?
Sorry?
You said there was a shield?
Yep, yeah, a couple of shields man the walls, you'll have to rip them off.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Strength check.
I am strong.
You were carrying a cross.
That's why I got
That is
tinderbox.
a
You put down your cross, rip off the shield, and brandish it as your own, increasing your armor class by 2. Awesome. Anybody else? Alright, what would you like to do, Mr. Non-Carrot?
Okay, I saw this.
Nice.
Nice build.
I saw what was going on when they were taking the gold. I'm gonna follow them, and I'm gonna try and. They seem like people that have valuable things, and I could use valuable things. So I'm gonna follow them and try and stay hidden in my squeaky mouse costume.
Cool, you're all gathered in the town street. Would you like to do anything else in the town, or stalk off to the front?
Can I put on my amulet?
You may indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, you should wait. Hold on. How are you putting on your amulet? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it on a chain?
It is.
I'm assuming.
Use your string.
I don't have any. Oh, I have rope.
It drags it across the ground.
Anyone else?
No, I'm fine. Is there any other buildings of note in the town?
Nope.
Then let's go kill some goblins.
Sounds like a plan.
Walking out of the bar, you bump into a harried dwarf sprinting into the town, shouting, "They've stolen everything!" All of the people quickly rush to their aid because little do you guys know, they're the only people in the town, and they play, a couple of games every couple of weekends down at a little place they call Netherworld. They play this game called Students and Universities. It's good. It's a tabletop RPG where they get to roleplay as students with.
How many gold pieces do you have? None. Again.
Nice. Way to improv. Okay, they're too slow as you walk across the ashen fields. And that looks like a fantastic spot for our intermission. You stand at the base of the thing.
It's been like 20 minutes. Literally 20 minutes.
Yeah, but we
No
didn't
one
get the
has
character
it.
set up for this. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
10 past 8.
Yeah, 10 past 8 sounds like a great time for an intermission. So we will have an intermission. Fantastic. They are running towards the forest, towards a goblin hive in an attempt to stop a ritual because little do they know. Well, I can't actually tell you because they didn't actually question them to find out what was happening, but that's fine. Fun facts, the bartender's name was Ted Danson. I was really excited to reveal that fact, but that's fine. And yeah, we'll break for a little bit of an intermission. I think there's a bar outside, etc.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
You're a cat.
Alright, so you may have seen that these adventurers have taken a long time to cross this field. If anybody noticed that, it's just so we can finish on time, so I was going to make it a little bit more tense for you all. So the moon went across the sky, and you guys are like, oh no, this needs to. Hello?
Oh wow.
Oh, you're sparkly.
Are you here to see Dungeons and Dragons?
Down the front.
We're probably.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Alright, this shouldn't be distracting. Beautiful.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome. Okay, now that's fine.
Moving along.
Right.
Moving right along. There's one thing that we haven't done. The stage crew, you've got awesome lighting technicians and sound technicians and people. You met your beautiful Simone on Ticket. Yeah, well, that's right there. But we do have some stage managers to manage the talent, and literally they're called talent managers. We haven't used them at all yet. So. Oh no! That was not an applause. That was clapping. Can you please help us out? We need some Doritos up here.
Yes. Yes.
Doritos cause feedback.
Awesome, thank you. You're the best. Some Fanta throughout that thing as well, just to create the ambiance of the awesome. Thank you.
I'm excited to have Dorito fingers now.
This is all why I'm marching across the field.
Organised the M&Ms. The riot only has brown M&Ms, right? The riot also is already just. That's okay.
How much help do you have?
That's cruel enforcement.
The riot is currently messed up 4 times. So 4 points of emo damage.
4 points of emo damage.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Today's game is brought to you by Doritos M&Ms.
I will take a chicken and eat it.
Everybody to pay royalties? We don't.
Thank you.
Nondescript.
Right on the very expensive books. Those books are like $50 each.
I'm so sorry.
Holy shit, dude.
Wow. Okay.
Alright, I have a lap coat. It's alright. Yeah, just.
Live entertainment, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
You're fired!
I'm going to push this a little bit closer.
I'm just gonna put that.
Right, it's preparing to throw a diva
As if I have that power.
It's okay, you're lucky you missed like by like a couple of inches.
Yeah.
Wrestle the stage healthy.
All right.
Thank you. Alright, we better get a boogie on, sir. Everybody ready?
Sure. Bring it on.
Let's go.
Okay, the townsfolk were. All of them were not able to keep up with you. Amazingly.
Even the giant?
Yeah, even the giant, he tripped.
Tripped
And
over a
fell
tree.
really far away.
Down I go.
How fast could Slayer possibly go carrying that crucifix?
Unfortunately, no one was there to hear it, so.
Did it make a sound then?
I am strong. I'm almost as strong as you are.
Okay, anyway. You approach the forest.
Whoa.
That is loud.
That's
That
okay.
is arguably the perfect amount of loudness. Thank you. Alright, you walk up to the forest. A weary wagon complete with wait.
No, we've done that bit.
Okay,
You look at
the
me,
dwarven
Forrest. You look at me.
The dwarven shopkeeper. Okay, you approach the edge of the forest. The trees are tightly packed. Dense foliage covers the entire sky. It seems that 90% of this forest is made out of impossibly tall red cedar. You wouldn't be surprised if the tops were inhabited by Ewoks. So yeah, actually picture Endor. But darker. Much darker.
Dark and door.
Darker. Much darker. So dark. Just ridiculously dark.
Like audience life.
Oh yeah, even darker than this. Like dimmed in a so dark.
There we go.
Just so dark. Boy, it is dark. Like, upon entering 100 meters into the forest, it is pitch black.
Someone's afraid of the dark.
I've got dark vision.
Yeah, one person is afraid of the dark.
Oh yes. And you know what I do when I fear things? I hit them. So I will be swinging my warhammer wildly.
Darkness.
You swing. Do any of you have the right idea to light up the torch?
I have night vision.
Yeah, I have
I
night
have
vision
dark
as well.
vision.
Does anyone want to light up a torch?
The riot also has dark vision.
I probably will light up torch because I'm the only one with that dark vision.
So we light up a torch.
We just all watch him swinging his axe.
Probably makes it worse if they've got the squeaking of the mouse there too.
Damn it, mouse man.
Should I put on the squeak throughout the entire thing? The entire thing will be squeaking. You guys tell me when to stop the squeaking, okay?
The riot is already quite close to a nervous breakdown. The riot does not like the squeaking.
I will stop the squeaking. But you do hear some things called existential dread also being played.
Let's fight it.
Now, audience, a little bit of participation from you guys. What order are they walking in?
Backwards. They're in a can-can line.
They're walking in a can-can line through dense foliage.
We're doing the monthly walk.
Buddy system?
I heard someone say that they
Alright, guys. Riots first. The riots is first.
The mouse should be behind the cat.
Behind the cat. And then
Sorry, the riot, mouse, cat, yes?
The mouse is on the shoulders of the riot.
Done. Immediately done.
You can use me
Anything
as a
else?
projectile.
Can we have the crucifix struggling to get through the forest as well?
It is, I am working that into the campaign, don't
perfect.
worry. Yep.
So, tiefling second last.
Yep.
Crucifix last.
Yeah, crucifix being dragged behind. How would you like to carry your crucifix?
Obviously on my shoulders like a martyr.
On his shoulders, on her shoulders like a martyr. Okay, so.
Stop talking about that for us.
Alrighty. They walk through the forest. Now, there are two ways to get through this forest. The stronghold of the Rangers, where the ritual is being held, is somewhere within this forest. Okay? You can either roll, I'm going to roll random encounter dice for those D&D nerds who already know what's going to happen. But random encounters, I'm going to roll a dice, and if it's a very low number, something bad happens. If it's a very high number, something good happens. If a 20 happens, you get straight into the stronghold. Okay? If any other another number happens, you're facing something, whether it be good or bad.
Alright.
Cool?
We're gonna be here all night.
Are you gonna roll the shiny dice?
Yes, indeed. Oh, the
No, the
light up
spark,
dice.
yeah, the light up dice.
So when it gets to 20,
I will light the, yep, sure, done. Ready? Now, I prepared 20 scenarios. This is to make it a little bit unique.
A DM's work is never done.
Let's see which ones come up. Oh, shit.
It's a 20, guys. It's 20.
It's kind of a middle of the road roll. That says you made it, so I don't think it's that one. Lightning strikes the tallest player, taking 1d6 of damage.
Wait, what?
The mouse.
Yeah.
The mouse takes damage.
Now, question. He's getting shot and he's wearing latex. Is the latex fused to his body?
The latex melts to your skin. You will never be able to take the squeaky latex off for the remainder of your days.
Does it squeak any?
So you're looking less Batman,
It's
more
squeaky,
Deadpool
more like,
at
yeah,
this stage.
Deadpool.
Wait, does he have a zipper?
How much
Zipper.
No, it doesn't have a zipper. It's just a pull.
Yeah, it's a
Wait,
onesie. It's a onesie latex wetsuit.
A latex?
2 people have to
Clearly
get
you
into
have
it.
not worn much latex.
Surprisingly, just on my gloves, right?
How much damage do I take from getting struck by lightning and having my latex costume fused to my body?
1d6.
1d6?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lightning damage.
Lightning damage, yeah. Physical pain.
That's 3 damage.
Wait, hold on.
Damage.
Would it be fused to
Is
the...
latex kind of like rubber? Would he be like immune to it because he's covered in rubber which deflects lightning?
It arcs to a nearby tree, slams, and catches the surrounding areas alight. If only you had water.
That means he's
Oh, I don't care. Let it burn.
The fire spreads fast to the immediate area. You know you must move swiftly.
Well, we
Oh,
can,
you know that.
we can see now. We've lit a torch. The torch being the forest.
The riot suggests that if we hang around long enough, the whole forest will burn down and just the stronghold be left. It'll be much easier to find.
Good point.
Turns out that the riot isn't as dumb as I thought.
Saya likes the riot suggestion just because of the fact that it's very Catholic. I should introduce you to my church. I think you'd love them. They're all dead, but
Dude, it is ablaze around you guys. I'm gonna put on some fire effects just because it's so blazing.
The riot is going to start running away from the bit that's on fire.
oh yeah, they're running away.
Should I?
I'm fastly walking. I don't really mind too much because I'm a demon lady.
Yeah,
Would you all be able to roll for it to see who gets caught in the fire?
Can we assist each other?
Oh no!
Yes, you can assist each
Okay.
other.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
It's not me, that's for sure.
I get advantage because I stood.
Oh no! Okay, so let's say what were your rolls?
16.
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. but thankfully
I rolled a 2. The riot does not have dice.
the gnome flips off the top of the riot and pinwheels the one riot out of the fire's range.
Nice.
I rolled a 15.
You made it out of the fire, yes. 8? Yeah. You managed to walk out of the fire, but unfortunately, I don't know what's going on.
I rolled a critical fail.
All right, it's a 1.
I rolled a 1.
This is the first time this has happened in this game. Very brief introduction. Critical success, rolling a natural 20, allows you to do pretty much anything you goddamn want. Is the way I play the rules. Other dungeon masters play it a little bit differently, and I'm just wasting the clock now. But a critical fail means you critically fail, and unfortunately, in an attempt to run out of the fire, you run into the fire. Directly into the fire. And then you go, I'm safe, and have a sit down. The fire catches to all of your clothes, unbeknownst to you, because you're a demon. And you sit burning alive for a good 3 or 4 seconds.
Alright.
Yep.
Do I notice this?
You do as soon as the fire gets through your clothes.
Oh, cool. Am I naked?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. Audience, what would you like?
Yeah.
That was a mixed bag. We're gonna go with undergarments only. Roll
Undergarments,
for it.
cool. Can I run away now?
You may, but after suffering 1d8 of damage.
Oh.
It's fire damage.
It's
though.
hard.
Well, it's hard. I have resistance to fire damage.
Yep.
I'm gonna take 1 point.
Nice. You take 1 point of damage. Neato.
Did you roll a 1 or a 2?
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Could you all list your how much health you currently have, just to put a little bit of intensity into the audience, because people can die in this game.
On a scale of 0 to 15, I'm at 12.
I have 20. The riot has 23 hit points and is currently suffering 4 points of emotional damage.
I am at 15 hit points. I have not taken damage.
Cool.
I am at 14 hit points, but I did have 15.
Yep.
I am at full health at 16 hit points.
Cool. There's another way through the forest to the stronghold if you use your brain, so you've got about 90 seconds before another random encounter. Discuss.
I am a wanderer, which means I have excellent memory of maps and geography and stuff. So would I theoretically, with my knowledge of general terrain, be able to think of where the most, the best place to put a stronghold in a forest?
Yep.
Yeah?
Absolutely, you have an advantage. 19's now also find the stronghold.
Okay.
I have an idea.
The riot is hungry. Over the smell of burning forest, I don't suppose anyone in a stronghold happens to be roasting meats or anything that I could smell and follow my nose.
They are not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you do
Right,
smell
have
some
another idea.
corpses in some
I
direction.
have an idea.
Corpses?
Yes.
Which direction corpses?
You don't know.
I have an idea. Throw me up in the air.
I will
Throw
do
me
what
up
the
in the air.
strange mouse princess.
Here we go.
Oh no.
The riot can't cope with the pressure.
I want to make an observation check.
After being thrown in
After
the
being
air.
thrown in the air to see if I
Yeah.
can see anything from the air.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Alright, so it's a strength check to throw. Yep. What was it?
Roll a 17.
Roll a 17. You throw him soaring into the air, and at the very peak of his crest, he.
Natural 20!
Nice. Anything above a 15 now will find you the stronghold. You know that you must move north.
Okay. Cool.
Cool,
I
and
can't believe that worked.
you should be able to roll for a catch.
Okay. I should also make a dexterity check here to assist.
Yeah,
Would that so that I
That
can
sounds good.
configure my landing?
that's fine.
That is a roll of a 19 for a catch.
You catch him. Doesn't even matter about his dexterity. You soften him all the way down to the ground, and you kiss him on the forehead. And say, "Did you see anything, buddy?" Is there a well?
Considering where we are, the walking order that was given to us by our lovely audience, I am, as we're walking, I am currently looking at the tiefling's butt.
Neat. You do.
Do I notice? Can I roll perception?
Yeah, roll perception.
Or
Passive wisdom.
passive perception.
Yeah, passive
Okay.
perception.
Oh, passive perception. I run on a 10.
Roll for your stealth.
Are you stealthing though, or are you just openly looking at my ass?
I'm openly looking.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep. What'd you roll?
That would be a 10.
Oh, it's a tie. She does notice you.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep
What would you
looking.
guys like to do? I'll give you like 10 seconds.
The fortress is in the north.
There is a massive, huge tiger behind me. By the
Right,
way.
the north and northwest webbing.
Done. You change positions.
Change positions.
Yeah. Audience, would you guys like to weigh in here?
She's slap her.
Slap him.
Natural 20.
You slap him
Sense into it.
hard. So freaking hard. In fact, so hard that he flies across the room and rams into the nearest tree.
Where did this room come from?
Yeah, a room of my own imagination.
It's
So
a
hard that it breaks reality. He goes straight through the fourth wall of the room. Oh, damn. Cool. All right. You take 1d4 of damage.
It's doubled because I rolled a d20.
Yeah, you got that.
I mean,
So that'll be a 4 plus your strength / dex modifier, whichever's higher.
Oh, I would like to give you a +4 to that.
I'm taking 8. But that's fine. Because right now, I'm going to introduce you all to some magic. I'm going to touch myself and heal myself.
I think she's gonna have to
Where do you touch yourself?
On the face.
Alright,
Disappointed.
Can you what?
Can we decide where he touches himself?
You guys can decide. No! Where would you like him to touch you?
No!
Sorry, audience. Participation to an extent. So touch yourself in the face and heal yourself to how much? 1d8?
It's 1d8 plus my spellcaster's modifier, which is 3. So 1d8 plus 3.
What'd you get?
I heal 11. So we're back up to full.
Back up to full health. The slap did nothing, but it was a little bit funny. Alright, moving on. We have... Come on, get it on. This isn't playing anything, but that's okay.
Seriously.
We're going to roll another dice. Anything above
Still
15, you
inappropriate.
find the stronghold thanks to your cunning, guile, strength, and dexterity saving throws. Congratulations.
Alright.
Unfortunately, I did just roll you a 3. You hear the sharp crunching of bone, unmistakable in the abject silence. Ahead of you, right in your path, you see a giant, hulking figure. Its arms and legs make you question your complete insignificance in this world. It begins to turn towards the light.
Hey, do you want to wrestle?
So dead. Upon hearing the noise, it immediately swivels its head 180 degrees, and you immediately notice that it is an owlbear. D&D fans know exactly what this thing is. They're fucked. Straight up fucked.
Do you still want to wrestle?
Okay.
The owlbear stalks over to you, not understanding English, but is willing to fight the battle. You are at the back, so he has to get through all 4 of you guys.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'm a gnome.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Gnomes are natural illusionists, and as a spell, I have cast minor illusion as a cantrip, which I can use to create a loud noise, as loud as the lion's roar. So I am going to make a loud noise that an owlbear might be afraid of to try and intimidate and scare it off.
But
Is it
be
a
able to
squeak?
roll for intimidation.
Actually, so I also have minor illusion. Can I help him out by creating the illusion of the animal that he is making? So it's
Yes!
doubly-
Advantage of both of your rolls.
Alright, cool.
How would you talk to each other to collaborate?
I can communicate telepathically with any creature 60 feet away from me.
Apparently,
Good day, sir! Thanks for coming! Hope you enjoy the show.
We're basically ask him to enter people's minds and do whatever he wants.
yeah, cool, you're on. What'd you roll?
15 plus...
Wait, what is it? Intimidation?
Yeah, intimidation. 15 plus 4 is 19 to intimidate.
17.
17, where do you cast it?
I'm making the noise, So I'm casting it around the owlbear, like so it bounces off a tree towards an owlbear. So.
And I'm casting the creature like just in front of the owlbear.
What is it?
Yeah, make the sound.
Where's Rachel?
I cast a giant carrot.
And upon announcing the phrase, he turned into a carrot. Your roll was massive enough to terrify the owlbear, and it runs straight at you. You'll have to do one dodge roll to just dodge its swinging claws.
That's a dexterity save.
Yeah, what's
Wait,
it?
yeah.
Carrot.
You're a carrot.
Yeah, he's a carrot. You're stuck.
So he instantly rolls the
Oh, sorry. Roll for which way you fall. As you turn, you kind of like shift your body weight.
Can I borrow your D2? I say that's right.
Yeah, you say it's right, that's fine.
I rolled an 18.
18, you dodge out of the way. You fall right, just narrowly escaping the owlbear's claws.
10.
10, you managed to escape the owlbear's claws, yes?
17.
17, definitely.
15.
15, all of you managed to escape the owlbear's claws. Sprints out into the distance, absolutely terrified by a cantrip. Congratulations on getting out without fighting that thing, because you were going to die.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
TPJ.
Does it look like the owlbear is running towards the city that we just came out of?
Yes.
Fuck those guys.
You stole from them.
Yeah, they chased us for it. So fuck those guys.
That's fair.
You know what? The owlbear goes to the city, saves me having to burn down their orphanage.
The cool.
Alright, moving on. You have rolled a stench. So all-consuming, twists like tendrils.
Sorry, that was me.
I literally wrote that joke in here. Alright, like tendrils into your nostrils. The only thing you can relate it to is rotting flesh, or that. Sorry, Jude.
I'm so sorry. It's improv. Don't worry about it.
Rotting flesh, it clings to your clothes, hair, and skin, making your eyes water, but you don't know which direction it's coming from.
Am I still a carrot?
You are still a carrot?
Okay. Good luck, guys.
The riot thinks that we should keep moving. The carrot makes that a little difficult. I see you have the big wood thing. Does anyone have any rope?
What a coincidence! I have some rope.
The riot thinks we should lash the carrot to the crucifix with the rope.
Don't worry, you have crossbow bolts. Hang on, well, a hammer-sized warhammer into the
Riot would like to take 2 minutes to crucify the carrot.
Take 2 minutes. Thankfully, you do it in 3 seconds. Amazingly, in the real-time game.
Guys, the carrot died for our sins, so...
He is the new martyr of my religion!
It's supposed to see well in the dark, that seems fair.
Follow the carrot, don't believe the onion!
This carrot is my buddy.
What the carrot?
Alright, anyway.
I'm gonna stay 10 feet away from the carrot. It's freaking me out, man.
Cool, but you are now in battle from an unknown enemy, so what would you like to do? With a carrot strapped to it. As predicted.
In the prophecies.
So, I now have a martyr to which I can pray. And with this martyr to which I pray, I am going to cast the sanctuary spell on myself.
Which is?
I am now warded from all harm. Any creature that attempts to attack or target me with harmful effects must make a wisdom saving throw, or either choose someone else or lose the attack.
Alright, that seems a bit selfish, but you're on. Next up.
That is bonus action, by the way. Action, I will just ready up, and if something comes by, I'm going to hit it.
Ready it up.
The riot thinks you should have done that before sexually objectifying the tiefling.
I agree. Thank you, the riot. Your insight is most helpful.
Anyway, timer and things.
The riot doesn't have many ideas, so the riot is going to pull out their great axe.
Yep, the blunt great axe.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah, no, the carrot's the one with the blunt stuff.
Right, sorry. Yep, you're on.
So I have Awakened Mind. It says I can communicate telepathically with any creature 30 feet away. It doesn't say I have to be able to see them. So
Nope.
I would like to reach out and see if there's any creatures around that I can telepathically communicate with.
You do. You find your 4 companions who all have their own thoughts.
Yep.
Oh, my thoughts?
Yeah.
There's a carrot. Gotta go away from the carrot. Carrot. Right over there. Ooh.
You know, that hovel's actually kind of smart. I still like to keep it fun.
I need a good rhyme for forest.
I need a good round.
It's alright, never gonna be a successful musician.
And quit.
She didn't say Carrot.
The carrot thinks carrot. Alright, you also hear the muttered moans of 2 undead creatures, screaming for flesh.
Yum.
First of all, I say to Saya, seriously, dude. And then I warn the others about 2 undead creatures.
Telepathically, I assume.
Yeah.
Karen, how do you feel?
I guess. Yeah, something crispy? I don't know. It's never really been discussed how the carrot mind works.
Let's do that now.
The riot bets the carrot still has a better intelligence than the riot.
Alrighty, the first undead stumbles into the field and does not trip. Walks towards you guys, readies its attack. Not really an attack, it just fumbles towards you with fists of iron. The second one stumbles into the field as well. Closest, one from the front and one from behind. So, attacking you, and who is walking at the front? Both these two on each other's shoulders, yeah?
Carrot is just the right.
Carrot is
on my cross.
Carrot's being carried, second from the back now. Yep, cool. So you're being attacked and you're being attacked on your next
Sweet.
turn. You're on. How do you fight? Fight!
Now?
3, 2, 1.
I punch him.
You punch him.
I punch him.
You punch him.
I would like to punch him. Okay. I rolled a 2.
You're all the
Oh wait,
same.
hold on. That is technically an 8 with my +6 because I'm a monk, which means when I punch things, I punch first. But that's still not that good.
You swing your fists at the zombie that is approaching you. I say zombie, but they're technically undead in D&D, so shh. You swing your fists at the undead, and it swings straight past. It has an attack back on you, and misses. It attempts to bite your arm, but you pull it back.
I technically have 2 because I have 2 fists.
You pull both your fists back.
And I would like to punch him again.
You punch again.
Cool. That is not that much better. It is a 9.
Cool. You punch again and again miss. The zombie attacks you again and misses with exactly the same roll. This is a great fight. Fights in the dark. Basically, they just kind of flung their hands at each other.
It's like a beautiful dance.
Yeah, cool.
The riot hits it with an axe.
You hit it with an axe and roll your dice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 21.
You swing your axe and you cleave that zombie with however much damage you do.
13.
You cleave it straight through the neck. It is just 7 immediately.
Wow.
Destroy the brain. Or,
Can I have some help?
yeah, it is just completely crushed. You, unknowing of the other zombie, goes next. Who's directly behind you? You clap.
I can clap. I don't know if you're
I'd like
not allowed
to.
to attack.
No,
They
yeah. Well, there's one zombie you haven't seen it yet. Just this guy has.
Yes.
Yeah, what would you like
But
to
I
do?
know
You've already used your thing, so it's not the zombie's turn.
I know.
Yeah, if it moves up, if it moves up to me, I'm gonna step back and actually hit it because I'm ready to hit anything that comes my way.
Can do. The zombie that just got 2 advantage attacks on you decides to roll a critical fail, trips and kills himself.
Kills himself again.
That was all me. I tripped them.
Yeah, nice.
Vanquish.
Oh, vanquished. Yeah, but absolutely, yeah, he trips and you know that end scene of Logan? It's like that. A lot of sinew and heartstrings just pulled out. But they're dead again. Awesome. You guys have successfully defeated that enemy. Nice.
Delicious.
Is the air conditioning off? Yeah. It's off. Awesome. Thank you.
Is the carrot no longer a carrot?
Carrot is now no longer a carrot.
Why am I tied to a cross? You want to
martyr! Mouseman, be the martyr!
As your martyr, I demand that you let me down.
But that defeats the purpose of you being a martyr.
The riot could have left you in the burning bit.
Hey, I thought you were a carrot.
Look,
Here we go. This is why the riot doesn't like magic.
Guys.
See,
How about?
I think some guys play with the powers that be. Now, shall we continue on to this stronghold where we're going to burn it down with everything still inside?
Okay.
Yeah.
The riot would like to throw the mouse up again to look for the stronghold.
With the cross
boy.
attached.
That ain't a good roll.
Take it off the cross.
Are you ready?
no.
You've made it. This must be it.
Hey.
A clearing shines moonlight onto a hill in the center, and sidelights come on in an audience that is completely unrelated to this real-world thing that you guys are in.
Is this
Where's he gone?
It's a stadium.
Where's he gone?
Dan.
Sidelights!
This is a professional production.
There's a lot of fourth walls around.
Cool.
No, this is not like the
Awesome.
most
This is
fancy
right
deal.
for audience interaction if you guys are keen. A hill in its center. From its top, you see smoke billowing upwards. Closer to you, halfway up this knoll, you spy an entrance guarded by a very bored and very weak goblin. As you watch, a second, much larger goblin, clearly the leader, steps out of the entrance, has a brief conversation, and heads back inside. This must be the ranger's stronghold. The entrance is about 100 meters away, with absolutely no cover.
How long does the leader know, goblin, sorry. But start with G, sorry. How long does the lead goblin speak to the smaller goblin?
About 10 seconds, clearly just a passing comment.
I would like to cast my Eldritch Blast on him while he's talking to the other goblin.
Sorry, I've already described he's already gone back.
Okay, fine.
Nice try.
That was a good try, but that was already in the...
I would like to stealth.
Alright, here we go!
I'm gonna try to Wait, is it still like...
It's fused to your body now, so that's your life.
17.
You successfully go into stealth.
Okay, cool.
I actually just enlarged it instead of pausing. Hold on. There we go.
I would like to... so it's completely out of cover. How much... Like, there's no... It's just an open clearing, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Who's got... Used to be a tinderbox? Yeah? I've got a couple of flasks of oil. I actually like the burning it down plan.
Huh.
Please.
Because Alice doesn't pose, the blacksmith's wife, doesn't pose a problem in this thing, right?
Well, it was okay with the mom.
Yeah. He didn't say the other one had flesh on it. It could just be the bony arm. It doesn't have to have flesh on it.
I don't know why he's... Well, I imagine Bo would be rather uncomfortable. But there's the entire thing about he doesn't want the head. Why would he not want his wife's head?
The riot's not going to be able to spend any reward gold anyway.
Fire is a great distractor, is my point. I give you the flasks, you light them on fire, you throw them in an area that they're going to run to, that will be on fire, we sneak in, we grab the wife, everything works out fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Sounds
let
good.
you know.
Sounds good.
Yay!
Power couple of you. Bye! Bye!
Thanks for coming.
Bye!
The riot will miss you.
Sorry we weren't nerdy enough for you.
Yeah,
No,
that's...
it's okay. Bye! Bye!
The life of an
Excuses.
adventurer.
We'll miss you.
They're
Okay.
taking arrows to the limb.
The riot would very quickly like to do something before setting everything on fire, because
Okay.
that is a good idea. The riot, again, speaks goblin and will like to try and convince the goblin on guard that the riot, still in the tree line, is also a goblin and they should totally come and check it out and have a conversation. And in my squeakiest, in the riot's squeakiest,
Oh,
So harsh.
fake goblin voice. Awesome. Is this the right place to go for the ritual in goblin?
Roll for persuasion. Very high, you'll need.
The riot rolls a 4.
goblin is terrified. Absolutely shocked. He knows that there are only 3 left after the ensuing carnage that happened just a few nights before. And he knows that both of his leaders are inside. He sprints inside in order to check everything, and everything is left completely clear, at least for now.
Okay, run.
Yeah.
Run
We're
to
going
the
in.
entrance.
Yeah, I can do that.
Kick that door down, run
Please all roll for it, because you're sprinting through a relatively dark area.
Would you like the riot to carry you, Mouse?
Is that a saving throw?
Yes.
for
Yes, I would.
dexterity?
Watch the riot. Watch this
16.
roll.
17.
Yep.
20, not natural.
Cool.
13.
Yep.
Carrying that.
You all sprint majestically. It's glorious. Like, even just for a little bit, there's a bit of slow motion as you run across this 100 meters. Sorry? Carrying the fire.
Chariots of fire.
Chariots of fire. Thank you. That is a much better reference. I was thinking the Apollo when they're walking to the... Doesn't matter. All right, yes, you sprint to the thing. You see a giant door. Steps leading downwards. What would you like to do?
So the door's already open?
Yeah, it's been busted in clearly by some sort of large battering ram.
Oh, okay. I guess we will go down the stairs.
Yeah, let's go down the stairs.
Stairs?
Yep.
I like stairs.
That's good.
Yep. Any of you doing perception checks on the stairs? No.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes, I'm doing perception.
You sure?
Yes,
All
I'm doing
right.
a perception check.
Yep.
I trust the stairs.
Cool.
That's a 21.
21. You see nothing unusual about the stairs.
Okay.
Cool. Who's going first? Just out of interest. No.
The riot likes to live dangerously.
Alright, stays on a 7, walks down the stairs.
I like to stay at the back because I'm still in my underwear.
Yep.
And I'm tired of my ass being looked at.
Yep, you're still at the back. Cool, you walk down.
It's a
Is
compliment.
that hand up?
Someone had a question?
She's
Nope.
cheersing. I'm cheersing her. Feminism.
Cheers.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Actually, I have leather armor. Do you want to wear it?
But I have unarmored like defense, which is
Oh, okay.
cool.
I just thought you might want to cut,
Yeah, but I'm strong without clothes.
Alright.
That is your choice as a feminist.
Anyway, for the sakes of this 16-minute timer.
Yeah, I would like to stand in front of the tiefling so that the dirtbag cleric is not anywhere near her.
That sounds good.
Thank you.
At the bottom of the steps, no traps are triggered, luckily, because no traps were there. You see a giant metal door with a handle on the left-hand side.
Can I kick it?
You can.
Yeah. Is that strength? Or
Yeah, strength.
strength? That is a 14.
You kick it open, and immediately after kicking it open, the trap door falls, and you fall all the way down into the bottom of a tail, let's say 25-foot hole.
Throw us your rope!
You have my rope. We tied you to it.
I used the rope behind me!
Yeah.
Cool.
Down the...
If you had listened to the goblin, not the goblin, the gnome in the bar, he would have told you how they made that trap, but whatever. It's all good.
You mean the gnome that was like absolutely plastered?
Yes, that one.
Okay, so I guess I will climb up the rope, or try to.
Yep.
I'm going to try to tie the rope to the riot.
Do you agree with this?
Strength check. It's gonna help assist.
You might want to tie yourself.
16.
Yep, cool.
I crit failed.
You crit failed.
I
You
crit
attempt to climb up the rope, climb all the way up 24 feet, and then fall all the way down. Damage.
Oh no.
The riot says tie it round, I pull. Riot pulls. Riot's having the worst day. Why don't we all just get in the pit, give up?
I can't wait for the moment when the riot dies because she said, I am the riot.
The cleric is gonna put her hand on the riot's shoulder and go, "It's okay, the riot. We can burn this place down, and then we can go home and get drunk."
You don't even cast Cure Wounds on it?
The emotional
I am a second level cleric and cannot spare a first level spell slot, sir.
Anyway, moving on. You successfully climb out of the hole after using a little bit of tactics, and the door closes shut.
Yay!
What would you like to do?
Wait, so we can't get back in because the door's shut now?
The door's shut, you're on the outside. What would you like to do?
Can we hear anything going on inside?
Yes, you absolutely can. You can hear the readying of weapons.
Sorry?
You can hear the readying of weapons.
Readying of weapons? Okay. I knock on the door. I knock on the door and I say...
Housekeeping!
Room service.
Room service. Alright, could you roll for persuasion, please?
Okay. Shouldn't it be deception?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Deception would be much better.
Cool.
Lying through your teeth.
Yeah.
That's a good roll. That's a good roll. And this is why people still use paper sheets, just incidentally. 21.
21. You roll a 2.
He's like, good, I was waiting for housekeeping.
I'm ready to like baseball hit one of the first
You're all well ready to
I would like to ready a Eldritch Blast, so when he opens up the door, I shoot him in
Yeah, you walk in, you hear someone says, room service? Are you sure?
Yeah.
And you hear a much gruffer, much larger voice say, yes, absolutely. I ordered it 3 days ago. You should be getting here about now.
I would like to use my minor illusion to cast up like a tray.
The tray very quickly.
Sorry?
What food would you like on the tray very quickly?
Well, what is goblin eat? Some sort of...
Doritos?
Yeah, a lovely bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
I'm one of those nice fancy cloches.
Yeah. Awesome. Absolutely. Done. Are they really called cloches?
Yes.
Sorry, that's
Yes.
for another
I
time.
went to a lot of foodie...
Antiques Roadshow. Yeah.
Yeah, Antique Roadshow. You know how cloches.
Yeah, cloches.
Anywho. Moving on. Sorry, I was very good.
When does he turn into a carrot?
The smaller goblin that you saw outside, completely blissfully unaware that you guys would have run into the fortress after another goblin just asked him, well, what's going on? Is this the way to the thing? He opens the door and sees all 5 of you readied with your attacks. What would you like to do?
I'm going to hit him for a home run.
You hit him for a home run.
I'm going to roll.
Roll for it.
That is a 12, but my god is going to guide my strike. I'm going to use my channel divinity guided strike and add plus 10 to that, so that is a 22.
You do break his armor class in that case. And slam, for a home run, unfortunately you don't cleave his head from his shoulders. However, you do slam his head straight into the wall. Blood trickles down the carvings of the old Crydian history. The goblin
12.
inside starts freaking out. You hear a clattering of metal and a readying shakes of a crossbow being aimed. What would you like to do?
The riot would like to charge into the room.
Yeah. Go for a roll for it. It's a pretty heavy door.
16 on the roll.
Yep, you burst open the door and sprint forward. The goblin fires an arrow and hits you, unfortunately, taking 1d4 of damage right into your shoulder. Oh, I should roll for that. Hey. Yeah. 4 damage. Cool. Plus 1, 5, sorry. 5 damage.
Oh.
You can murder him.
Can I see the crossbow shooter?
Sorry?
Can I see the crossbow shooter?
Yeah, you can.
I would like to shoot my Eldritch Blast at him.
You shoot at the crossbow or at the...
At the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I'm hoping to steal the crossbow so I can actually use my 20.
Fire. Is that saving
So I roll a 14.
14. You do break his armor. Yeah, well, you do hit him pretty damagely. How much damage does it do?
He does 10 damage.
10 damage. Woo! Fantastic. Yes, he takes 10 damage and is critically wounded. He's not able to stand anymore and crouches to the ground. He clearly only has something like 1 hit point left. I don't know. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm still on the riot's shoulders, so I would like to use my bonus action to hide behind the behind the riot.
Yep.
That's a that's 22.
You do?
To hide.
Yep, you hide.
Yep. So now I'm going to ready my crossbow and attack.
Through the riot?
No, like as though hidden using the rogue ability
Sneak
of
attack.
sneak attack.
Yeah.
Is I'm trying to hit. Is the leader still up? Yeah.
That is the leader.
That is the leader. Let's go. Yeah, that's the guy I'm going for.
Yep, go for it. Breaker's armor class, it's 13. Was that a crit fail?
No, it's a 7. It's a 7. It's not great though. So it's 10. It's not gonna do it.
Oh, the crossbow that you fire flies straight through. Were you firing a crossbow?
Yes.
Yeah, the crossbow that you fire flies straight over the shoulder of the guy. He's terrified now and throws his crossbow aside, knowing that the riot has gotten too close, and picks up his great axe. Your move.
Cool. How far away is the closest alive goblin from me?
That guy. There's only one goblin.
Oh, okay. How far is he away though?
All 4 of these guys stand between you.
Can I run up to him and punch him in the face?
You can.
Cool. I will do that.
You sprint past all 4 of them, run up and punch him in the face.
That is a 22 to hit.
And slam him in the face. Fist goes straight through teeth, and they embed themselves in your. Are you wearing gloves?
No, I have an elbow.
Ah, right.
You punch time so hard.
You punched so hard.
I stop time.
Yeah, you stop time. Yeah.
Nice.
Mad World plays.
So horrible. I don't know what you're gonna do there, team. Alrighty. It keeps going. Time does not stop, unfortunately. Oh, this is.
Oh wow.
Holy shit! You punched him real hard. Like so hard. So hard it broke every kind of wall we have. And affected the real world.
He took 7 points of damage.
Yep. He's dead.
He's dead.
How would you like to? Would you like to describe it? Or
No,
would
I
an
just
audience member
punched
like
him
to
and I
describe
teabagged the body.
You do. Successfully. Does anybody want to describe that?
Yes, say applaud your teabagging.
Cool. He does. Would you like to roll for that?
I roll to applaud Lavara's teabagging.
Yep.
That is a 14 plus whatever.
Nothing. It's plus nothing. It's minus 10. For Alrighty, moving on. Have we got a timer?
We do.
Heck yeah. Alright, moving on. The
Timer started again.
Other guy's dead. So yeah, you find yourself in a communion hall of sorts. Barracks that are clearly boarded off to the right. In front of you lies a very long, very narrow corridor, and there's a handy dandy sign at the top that says altar/ritual room. In the middle, you see a giant fire that they were clearly using to keep warm, and dead goblin bodies all over the place.
Can I leap over the fire?
Sorry?
Can I leap over the fire to get to the other room?
You may roll for it. I don't know why you would do that, but sure.
Why not?
Suggestion as to why not.
What did you roll?
Critical fail.
Yeah,
You are one with the fire.
Jump over the fire and you become one with the fire for a brief second. Everything about you burns. Hair singes to time eternal, but just because of the stupidity of that jump, I'm going to give you a 1d8 of damage.
How?
Jesus.
It's a big fire. It's like a massive room blazing fire.
So wait, I have resistance to fire, which means I halve whatever damage I get, and I only rolled a 1. Does that mean
It's 0.
It's a 0.
It's 0.
Doesn't halve down.
Yeah,
0
it halves
damage.
it down.
Yeah, you roll out of the.
I'm one with the fire.
Communion roll. You tumble out of the communion fire pit and land on the floor pretty unscathed. Everybody looks at you and goes, "Why? Why did you just stumble into that?" And then you move on.
The riot understands.
How far is the corridor? How long is it?
So long that you can't see the end. The fire doesn't carry.
Shall we blunder in?
Yeah,
just
go.
walk down it.
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yeah, let's just walk down the corridor.
Yeah, walk down the corridor. I am gonna perception check for traps.
Now, yeah, sure.
Just
Perception
quickly.
check for traps.
That was a skewed dice, so I will roll one here.
Get rid of that.
That is a 19.
You can go into
19. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
You walk down this long corridor, and because it is so narrow, I will need an order. So, audience, who's first?
Crucifix is first.
Yeah, crucifix first. Crucifix in front of everybody as he carries it. Yep. Cool, next up. Carrot's on next. Yep, third is
Riot.
Riot. The Riot is next.
Tiefling Warlock.
Tiefling, then the Warlock. Cool. They walk in that order, and nobody is harmed. However, after a very long time that only takes about 3 or 4 seconds, you reach the end of this long and dusty corridor, and you see something that's like a makeshift church. Okay, there's an altar in the middle, and then to the far right-hand side, just like Donkey Kong, you see Alice, the blacksmith's wife, terrified. Hair frayed, clearly bruised and battered, but it looks like that she's definitely put up some sort of a fight. She resides in a tiny cage. Preparing the altar with ceremonial blessings, you see a bugbear, massive.
Oh. Okay.
It is the final boss. His name is actually Final Boss, Finn for short.
I would like to.
And while he's dressed in ceremonial garbs, you see glints underneath in sort of neck lapels and on the ends of the thing. The altar is a relatively small room. There's only one entrance, and the crucifix comes in first.
Yes, she does.
Who's wearing the amulet, by the way? Cool.
So.
She smiles. It's like, oh, a fellow religious man. Wonderful. It means I'm not going to feel bad about doing this. And she's going to summon a bolt of radiant energy and throw it.
Go for it.
How good your throwing arm?
That's a 7.
Yep.
Not very good then.
You throw it really far. This guy also rolled a 20 to dodge out of the way. The radiant blast shocks straight through. He looks. The bugbear looks up. Finn looks up, stares at all of you walking through the corridor, begins a witty remark, and then sees a bolt of radiant energy diving right at him. He rolls really as quickly as possible out of the way, and the radiant energy bursts and leaves a charred remain in the wall behind.
No monologuing for you. We don't have time.
Cool, that's your turn over. The next person into the room was?
I want to sneak over to the cage.
Alright, roll for...
I mean, it's going to be squeaky. That's 17.
17?
Yes.
How are you still doing so well?
Because I'm really stealthy.
I'm amazed. You managed to jump into stealth.
I'd like to try and pick the lock on the cage.
Sure. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, cool, no problem.
This is all stealthy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's fitting. Don't worry, epic music will happen, but it's the boss's turn.
20.
You pick the lock on the cage, it opens, but I'm going to stop your moves.
Yep, fair.
Next up was the riot.
Very quickly, the altar, big stone table or something else?
Stone
like
table.
Arranged stone stuff on it?
Yep.
Bugbear in front or?
Where, yeah, you're in front of an altar. Well, just think of a church.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the riot's going to bolt forward, like charge again. Actually going for the altar, not the bugbear.
Cool, destroying the altar?
Just knock everything off it.
Cool. Go
Don't
for
roll
it.
magic!
Sprint forward and knock everything off it. Yep, roll for that.
That's an 11 on the dice. What would that be?
I'll take it as an 11.
Yeah,
That's
11.
fine. You run through, you sweep everything off the thing, which was only a little bit of water, ceremonial holy water, a couple of pebbles and feathers, so
The right
nothing
doesn't
really
trust
disturbed. The bugbear is a little bit mad.
My turn?
Yes, yeah.
Cool. We do not have to fight. Would you like? I will challenge you to a dance off.
Yes.
If I win, you leave. If you win, we leave.
What? No. She wins, you leave. She loses, I kill you.
Absolutely. Roll for persuasion there. You've got to beat this guy's really not wanting to dance. 19.
19.
Roll again. Oh. Nat 20.
Oh. 18.
I'm so sorry. Wow, those were high rolls. You
Yeah.
really wasted them. Unfortunately, as I realized that I play the enemies and must have to dance as a DM, I declined the offer.
Would it wrestle instead?
Yep, he challenges you to a wrestle.
30 seconds.
Dons off his ceremonial garbs.
Oh, damn.
Alright.
And attempts to challenge you to a wrestle.
Yes, I rolled a 23.
I rolled a 21. Pinned up. That's pretty much it.
Someone punch him!
I use my dissonant whispers and I whisper in his ear all the madness of the great old one. Roll a wisdom saving throw. DC 14. With
I
disadvantage.
said punch him.
With disadvantage.
Cool.
With disadvantage because he's prone.
It is midnight. You now know, something has been activated. It will last until the end of this fight. But something has been activated. You weren't there in time, but thankfully Alice is not spared because you did make it into the room to stop up. But if you weren't in the room, Alice would be dead by now. So congratulations.
All right.
You
Yes.
won't have to settle for a
Saving
minute.
throw, nothing happens.
He's prone, so it's disadvantage. Is that right?
Oh, yep, sure. Nat 20.
Well, he takes half damage, so. Uh, 5 damage.
Can do. He doesn't look affected by that almost at all. And finally, we are allowed to play. It is this guy's turn.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna.
Don't know what that was. Yeah, Wonderwall boss fight. Sounds good.
I said, man.
Is there any sound coming through? It sounds like. Yeah. Okay. Let's skip to a more interesting part. As it loads. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh my god. There's no battle music.
Actually, we have to make the battle music.
The riot season.
In that case, we now have some audience interaction. If you guys would like to make any sort of sounds or battle music.
Come on, sing it!
Burn it down!
Not too loud there, but yes, that sounds good. There's,
One,
we will
two,
rock you chants,
one, two,
please. Alright, tiny bit quieter. A little bit louder.
There we go.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. The bugbear's attack, his first attack, it lays.
Wait, hold on. I'm holding him.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, he's
His first attack is to try and break free of the hold. He rolls a 19.
Oh, what is this guy doing?
Aww, that's only second.
And breaks free of his attack with his second roll. He decides to just smack his tiefling across the room. Rolls a 17 to smack around across.
Yeah.
And smacks the tiefling across the room. His damage, he does 3. Cool. You guys' turn. You're up.
Yes. Has he been cut? Has he lost any HP?
Yep. Cool. Moving on. Your turn.
I'm gonna shoot can I try and pick something off him to see if he's got any amulets or something?
You may.
Okay, what would that be?
Only the veterans of this chant will continue to the end of this fight.
7 plus sleight of hand.
Yep. 14. You search his body and you find nothing on him.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, he's not holding anything of value. Yep. Go
So,
ahead.
No, I was specifically looking for any amulets to stop like.
Yep. No.
Okay, alright.
A clock is going to appear behind Say's back and she's going to point at him and say, the goal of all life is death, which you make a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Damn it, he passes.
Cool.
That's it.
The riot, brandishing their great axe, would like to activate rage.
She activates rage. Continue. What would you like to do?
Smack it with my axe.
Smack it with the riot's axe.
This fuels his anger.
However, the riot rolls an 18 to do that.
Oh, and breaks the armor class. Yep, go for it. How much?
12 damage. No, with rage. 14!
Hey! Yeah, cool. 14 damage. You cleave him in two.
Nice.
Not in two, sorry. Cleave him straight across the chest. He breaks free of the armor, and he now has a disadvantage on saving throws of a strength nature. Cool. You're up.
Me? I want to grapple him again.
Okay.
Wrestle him.
Yep. Wrestle.
Oh.
18.
12?
Less than 18. Cool. You do not grapple him.
Can I? No, never mind.
Try and sneak attack with my crossbow.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna hit. 19.
19. Yep, it hits directly into the shoulder. It does not kill him.
Okay.
There is a creature within 5 feet, so you get your sneak attack.
Yep. So sneak attack is happening. That's a total of 10 damage.
Amazing. Yes, but this bugbear has quite a lot of health, and that is all of your turns. Yes, or have you done it? Yes.
Yeah,
Sweet. Which means it's the bugbear's turn. First attack, he attacks the person directly next to him, who just cleaved him really badly, with a punch straight to the face. 19. Does that break your armor class?
Yeah.
He deals 8 damage. Cool, and sends you rocketing backwards through the room. Now that he's dealt with that, he uses his second turn to go around and pick up his mace. No, pick up his mace.
He's going to pick up his mace.
Yep.
Rage half damage.
Sorry?
Yes, the damage is halved. Because rage gives resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Thank you. You've only taken 4 damage. I said mace, I meant Morningstar, sorry.
That's even worse. Okay, fine. My turn.
Yes, it is.
Cool. So I'm going to go up and make an attack against him.
With what?
With my warhammer.
Sounds good. Your little tiny... Go for it.
That is only a 9, which will miss. But then I'm going to use my bonus action.
You hit him with the warhammer and it squeaks. Go on.
That is a 15.
15. That does not break his armor class, unfortunately. And you will go bang right on his little head, and he goes. Oh. Moving on, it is the right's turn. Axe.
Oh!
Crit fail on the axe.
No. Crit fail. That's a 1 on the dice.
She, please, other 4 members roll.
15.
6.
14.
8.
6 is the thing. You pick up the axe and swing it, but it slips out of your grip and slams directly into your chest. You take whatever damage you deal with it.
So roll.
You rolled a 1, man.
Please.
So 13.
Are you dead?
14.
I'm dead.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait.
0.
Are you at 0 or are you dead?
0.
I will have 10 hit points left.
Yep. So
And-
you're at -3. You are not dead.
You're not dead, you're at 0.
I'm at 0. Okay.
I can technically see you, if I want to.
You are not dead yet.
Okay.
Oh no! The specter of death.
Oh, I'm so glad
Did
you
you
got to use
fall?
this. She is dead. Unconscious and stable. Okay? She needs to make 1 saving throw to remain stable, or she is dead. It's a 10 or higher, she is alive.
Oh!
I rolled a 5.
She has died a martyr for all women's rights.
Where's my hat?
A martyr still lives. I'm getting it. This is your hat.
Oh no!
Now, death works a little bit weirdly. The way I play it, you now inhabit a person of your choice's left arm.
Well, I might do your arm, the person who likes to look at my ass.
Sure.
Done.
Rip his dick off.
I don't have a penis.
I would like to first pick my nose.
Done. You pick your nose. Done with your left hand. Easy peasy.
And I will not cooperate with anything you do.
Ryan will avenge you. I'll make sure the person who did this pays.
The person who did this pays. That's you, isn't it? Yes. Sweet. You also refer to yourself in the first person.
No, that was me.
Your turn.
Oh no, I didn't.
I am going to shoot Eldritch Blast at the bugbear and
You
shoot
do
him.
indeed. Lightning crackles across the room.
21.
Do I have to roll a saving throw?
No,
It's just an attack.
Yeah, you break his armor class immensely. What do you do with it? How much damage do you do?
9.
Oh my god, he's suffering some serious blows here. But he now feels like he's at about half health.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's feeling them blows.
That's a lot of battle. Okay.
He still hasn't been able to kill any of us. Only we can kill him.
He's a pussy.
Moving on.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage. And then I'm going to again stealth. Actually, no, I'm still stealth, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I need to do that then. Great. I'm just gonna try and attack him again.
Yep, go for it.
From the sneak attack and the crossbow, and that's again 16.
Yep, hits.
Great. That's
15 misses, 16 hits. I wonder what his armor class is.
Yeah, 16.
That's 6 damage.
6 damage. He takes 6 damage and stumbles onto one knee before standing up once more to take his Morning Star into his hands. He swings his Morning Star firstly at, well, he sees that you're doing a lot of damage to your own teammates, so that's fine. He ignores you completely. However, the person who's doing a whole bunch of arrows, he can't see, so he looks at that cat. I think about to cough up another hairball, I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, the cats are far away as well. I'm actually the closest.
4.5 minutes away.
Yeah, okay. Well, he swings his Morning Star at you. 14. Does that break your...
No.
No, it ties with your armor class, so it doesn't. He spins around and continues to swing his Morning Star at...
Before that, you need to make a wisdom save.
Okie dokie. Nat 20. 13.
Miss.
Oh, it misses. He swings around wildly and clashes up all of your armor, but doesn't do any damage. It is now your turn.
My turn.
Yes.
Oh wait.
Cool.
Oh, yep, sorry, yep, it's your turn.
Yeah, sorry. Your left hand is going to decide to grab your little thingy
Throw the shield away.
throw the shield away. Yeah.
The shield is in the left hand, so throw the shield away.
Yeah, throw the shield away
Yep.
and do a weird wave dance.
That's fine.
Wave dance. Wave dance.
Wave dance.
Yeah, for the rest of the round.
Yeah.
You're on.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a first attack against him. That is not going to hit. I'm going to use my War Priest to do it again. That is also not going to hit.
Oh,
You
it's
seem so
twice.
nice to me.
It's very unfortunate. You're on.
The riot
You
pulls
just
the
lost
hand
it.
axe.
Yep.
Always have a spare. Pulls the hand axe and goes in with the hand axe.
Yep. Go in with a hand axe. Roll. Do you beat that armor class?
No.
Oh, you throw the axe. Bounces off the armor and flings straight back into your hand because you're not supposed to lose your axe yet. Yep. Shut up! I'm getting there.
Please give Alice a fire poker. She can help.
Oh,
Yeah. Is Alice still in the room?
Yeah.
I'm going to give Alice her fire poker.
She stands up out of the cage with the fire poker and steps behind all of you. Does not want to face that bugbear.
Gee, thanks. I've got minor illusion. I would like to do a minor illusion where I create a much larger, bigger, more stern, like a father figure bugbear that turns to the bugbear and says to him,
Wait.
are you going to shit all over my minor illusion?
No, I'm going to help you.
Okay.
Because you helped me.
Okay.
Because you can do the image and I can do the sound.
Excellent. And he should say, everyone thinks your religion is dumb.
Could you please do that in a fatherly figure control voice?
Everybody thinks your religion is dumb.
Roll.
Oh.
Advantage.
Natural 20.
Well, that's really good.
Did you roll a
A
natural
natural
1?
one.
So the image is flawless, but the voice that comes out is more like a squeaking of latex.
But the look on the father figure's bugbear is like, look, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Exactly. It's perfect. And the bugbear goes, okay. He kind of goes to give the illusion a hug. It disappears between his arms. I'm not sure. That's me, definitely, right? Would you turn me down a little bit? Sorry. Yeah, he goes to hug it. It disappears beneath his arms, and he is flummoxed. It's now his turn again because you guys missed, and you guys just caused that 20 illusion roll. He swings his Morning Star at. Who does he swing it at? The person who did just try to attack him first of all. He sees that.
first.
Sorry.
The wisdom save first.
Yep. 19?
Yeah, awesome.
Man, he's rolling really well against the wisdom save. He rolls a 13 for your, to break your armor
Still
class.
miss.
Still miss. Okay, he uses his second attack against you again.
Needs to make another one.
Nat 20.
Hey.
And he rolls a 15 for his.
Still misses.
God, you're overpowered. Continue.
I have heavy armor. But I have
Wait,
defense
did you
as
take
well.
away your shield?
Yeah, no, AC 16 because chainmail.
Cool. Moving on.
The riot, the bugbear had ceremonial robes, yeah?
Yep.
The riot would like to douse those robes with the oil provided by Mouse Friend.
Yes, I like where this is going.
You douse the road successfully when you
Oh no.
Is
your left arm control.
Well, I'd like to rub your tummy.
Okay.
You rub tummy. You're on.
Cool, I'm gonna make 2 attacks. Because I do have one
Yep,
more of
go for
those
it.
for a long rest. That is an 18 plus 5, which is going to hit. And I'll roll the second one already. I'll
Yep.
roll the second one. That's
Rub
14
this
plus
tummy.
5, which is also going to hit.
Yep. So how much damage do you do?
That'll be 2d8 plus 6. That is 18 points of damage.
Oh, he is. Oh my God.
I mean, that
He's
is
barely alive.
that is 2 attacks.
Barely alive, but still kicking. Yep. He's doused in flames.
Did you
What would
make
like
a
to do?
pun?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot Eldritch Blast at him. That is a natural 1. Just sparks come out of my finger.
Roll. Everybody roll a
Do
dice.
you have performance issues?
I am.
Oh no, that's beating me.
What did you get?
It's 2.
2.
8.
17.
Roll yourself.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
see, it doesn't.
15.
15.
That's it.
Unfortunately, it does hit you. And
You hit
whatever
me,
Yeah,
damage.
I take the d10.
Oh.
Sorry, you hit his left arm, which is rubbing his
Kill
stomach.
her again.
9 damage.
9 damage.
I take the 9. Damn.
How much health do you have left?
I have 6 HP.
Woo! Bugbear's attacking you. Alright, moving on. It is now your turn.
Okay.
Shoot him, please.
I'll
Or
try-
light him on fire.
yeah, actually.
You have the torch.
Yeah, actually. We've still got the torch, don't we?
Yep.
You have the torch.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna try and throw the torch at him.
Throw the torch at him. He's only got like 2 hit points, maybe. No, definitely 2. It's 2.
That's cool. This is definitely gonna cause fire damage.
And it's definitely
He
gonna
dead if you land it. What'd you roll?
So I
This is the best battle.
It's just it's never end.
sorry, it's 7.
Right.
It's not gonna hit.
No.
But they're right. I haven't screamed, "Where's Rachel?"
Yes.
So at this point, I'm turning to a carrot.
You throw the torch, and as the torch leaves your hand quickly turns into a carrot, and you fall over onto your side. Unfortunately, the bugbear, seeing this flame come at him, dives out of the way, looks down at you, and is like, "What the?" Yeah, cool. He doesn't think that you're a threat anymore as a carrot. He begins to attack all of the other people. He swings his morning star at the person who he saw just got attacked, and rolls a 17. Does that beat your armor class?
Did you make a wisdom save?
It's a 17. Hold on. Wisdom save is a 9. Does that beat your wisdom save?
No.
Okay,
So
he
he must choose either a different target or lose the attack.
Can do. He chooses the riot to swing at it and make a wisdom save on you.
No.
Oh, thank God. He rolls a 15. Does that break your armor class?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And does, with his morning star, does, 2 damage.
Whoa!
Whoa, boy, that's a big swing.
General
He just like grazes
Excuse me,
your
we
cheek.
do more damage to ourselves than
We've done more damage to ourselves than he's done to us.
Cool, it's now your turn.
Cool.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh,
sorry.
Rage, damage resistance.
Hey,
One
you
damage.
take 1.
I want to
One
punch you in
minute
the
rage.
face.
No.
Oh, he punches you in the face. You hit yourself in the face.
Yeah.
And does 6 points of damage, he's now dead.
Yeah, exactly. Because you roll as a muscle.
That is a 13, which is gonna miss. I'm
Cool.
I'm gonna
You
punch
swing yourself punch yourself in the face, and it misses. Good dodge.
Cool.
Stop
your
hitting
turn.
yourself.
I'm gonna use my Sacred Flame cantrip and bait. Well, I mean, it's not really fire damage, but
Yeah, go for
whatever we'll call it here, I'm gonna bait him in Radiant Flames. Can you make a dexterity save?
Can do. Dexterity save.
Yeah.
A 2. Does
He
that
fails.
dive out of the way of your cantrip?
No, it does not. And he's taking 3 points of damage. You need to.
He's dead! He bursts into flames as he crumbles down into the altar. Everything is horrid, and you've got one dead compatriot, always, forever in control of this person's life. For time immemorial.
It's okay. I'm going to put my warhammer away with my right arm, and I'm going to, with my right arm, pick up her body.
Aww.
I'm going to shoot him.
Are you looking at my ass? Do you have my ass just sitting on your shoulder now?
I'm
It's like,
I'm going to shoot him with Eldritch Blast.
I'm going to use the body as a
That's a 23.
Oh my god! So how much damage?
Faster, go on. He's doing it. I'm sorry, this is the last attack.
That's 12 damage.
That's
No, 10
I'm
damage.
down.
10 damage.
I'm down.
roll a death save.
Roll a
Suffer
death
like me.
You crumble to the ground with the body. Here we go, ready?
Nope, dead.
Your death, Gavin, but your character's death, thank God.
Well, I mean, that's probably a kind of a good thing because what Say was gonna do to that body was.
You do have one final action, and which of these guys' heads would you like to control?
Well, I'm going to control your left hand.
Go for it. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna make Eldritch blast himself in the face.
D&D is supposed to be a game about friendship.
In all the confusion, the riot would like to rip off one
I
of the
succeed in hitting myself in the face.
Flip down, you make a picture.
But wait, would my arm know how to do Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know
I know how to do Eldritch Blast, but my arm does not know how to do Eldritch Blast.
It would be an offhand attack, so it would be This
He does?
Yeah. Loss of memory.
I do 9 damage.
To yourself.
To yourself.
To myself, sorry.
Are you dead?
No.
Okay, sweet. Alright, then we're done. Alright, that ends D&D. Awesome character play. Another beautiful round of applause for Severin. One massive round of applause for Gavin for playing Rachel for her beautiful portrayal of with amazing actual playing of the game. One more, we don't benefit at all from this. This is actually for the marks of the stage crew for their event management skills. So could
Get
you
a
please
7.
give one massive round of applause.
Yeah.
Most of this, I will say, just to ruin the illusion completely, most of those fuck-ups with the lighting and sound are planned for audience laughter. We apologize. But
It was a ruse.
It's all part of an art.
And of course, we must have a round of applause for our wonderful DM.
So much for coming. I think there was talk of Netherworld after this.
Yeah,
If you have any questions about wanting to play D&D, there was one question about wanting this campaign that I made. I made it myself in this book, but if you want it, I can tell you everything that could have happened later tonight. If you're interested.
Gotta give him a couple of drinks first.
Yeah.
Loosen the lips.
Roll for persuasion.
Yeah.
With advantage.
We'll provide the dice.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, thank you so much for coming.
21 for persuasion.
The riot will be selling EPs in the lobby. Thank you.